Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Code Breaker. This is Paradox.
And this is DC. What's going on? What's going on, man? Let's go ahead and
I
get it.
know folks is waiting for us to we probably what but yeah, about an hour late. I hate
Oh,
that.
damn, man. Damn,
I
we
had
been
set
an
it for
hour
twelve
late.
thirty, but
Man,
I think I did 12:30.
I
Something
normally
like
would
that.
take the blame, but this ain't on me this time, folks.
No, that's me.
This ain't on me this time. So do feel good though. Feel good.
Yeah.
But
We was getting a little controversial, so we had to
we had to keep
clean
it
it up a
out.
little bit.
Yeah, we had to keep it in the outer rim. You know, we already got enough people mad at us, I guess. Right.
Yes, sir.
You know, that goddamn DC paradox, man. These niggas, da 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 da. One don't know what you want to be left. One don't know if you want to be right. Yeah, man. I get it though. I get it. So, man, what else is going on, man? I guess let's go ahead and hit him with that date and just get into it.
It is September the 2nd. Long summer days are coming to an end. 2023.
Do you remember September? That was my jam, boy. I remember those
No.
days, man. Woo.
Yeah, man. You know what's so what's so crazy too? Listening to hip hop and listening to R&B and soul and jazz and blues, never thinking it was just something but to enjoy. But then when you really look back on it over the years and you hear some really what we would call good music, man, just the where we have went in this country is just shocking in a lot of ways. Just really good, had really good music, boy.
I mean, now we got these young girls, man. We just done turned these young girls into just
You know
they
what's
done
so crazy
found a
about what
way
you
to
just said?
they
You know
done
what's so
found a way
crazy
to
though?
market that stuff, man. Sukiyana and what's the other one? Is it Sexy
Sexy
Red?
Red, Sexy Red. I love Sexy Red though.
You like Sexy Red?
Why?
Huh.
Why wouldn't I?
I mean,
She's familiar. You know what's so funny though is that I was making a joke because I said it's funny how Sexy Red and Suki is getting the smoke, but Brittany Renner's crazy ass. The way she's being talked about, I find it not everybody, of course, but I just find it funny how she's handled, and she's nastier than both of them to me. And I was like, well, damn. I said, is it because she light skinned and cute?
let's not do
But
that.
that's a southern take. I put that on us.
No, don't do that. That's not no southern take. That's an African Afro Latin. That's all over the spectrum. That's a global black phenomenon.
She a Mississippi girl. She a Mississippi girl.
And
But
that's what's so crazy about it. She
I I I say I think light skinned black women get a pass on ratchetness. And
okay. You're
it's
gonna
something
have to
about having.
explain that one, bro. You're gonna have to
Man,
explain
I
that.
am not an expert philosophy person. You know that. Come on, I don't
No,
know, bro. I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying, man. It's
this
just a
is not
feeling. It's just a feeling.
this is not philosophy. This is
I don't
your
got no academic library about ratchetness, but
man.
call your boy for that. That's what he do. But
Dr.
I
Umar.
just
Where's Dr.
I
Umar
just
when you need him? I beg your pardon.
I don't know. It's just an individual, personal, ignorant observation. It's just that I just noticed when I'm following, because I follow all of them, and I just noticed that Suki and Sexy Red and some other darker skinned women I won't mention. It just looks like the way they're talked about. If you're fair skinned, it just the energy just seems to be just a little different. That's all I'm
Okay, so
saying.
so so let's make a demarcation. Okay, there are clearly differences within the so-called color spectrum when it comes down to black women. There's what I would call like the Halle Berry and like a little bit darker than her, like that kind of lightish brown. You know what I'm saying? Which most women that are classified as black that are like kind of like actresses, like the Nia
Uh-huh.
Long complexion,
Love me some Nia Long. I love Nia Long.
Taraji Henson. These are not dark skinned women. You know what I'm saying? These are not like the extra chocolate mocha women that we have in our communities that are like not represented at all. There is a clear delineation between the two. The red bone and the light caramel complexion sisters, which are like, what I would call from the biracial to the exotica, Afro Latina, whatever you want to call it. It
Uh-huh.
falls out when you get to somebody that's maybe like a Amara La Negra complexion, because
Okay.
most of them are going to, if they don't get the shine that they deserve, they're going to be kind of like excluded out for whatever reason, you know.
Yeah, y'all hate dark skinned people. I got it.
Y'all, you know that's not true from my end. You already know that's not true.
Hey man, I'm just reading the tea leaves. And when I look at the tea
Yeah.
leaves, it looked like you guys don't like dark skinned people.
Brittany Renner, though, she I think she projects that. I think she projects that light skin kind of
Man,
what you
she's
would
a
call
dirty hood rat, and she is getting a
what you
pass
call
because she's
what you
light
call
skinned
that.
and cute.
Think what do
And
you
she ain't even really that cute, but cute enough.
Nah, she's just regular. She's just a regular
Yeah, she
looking light
regular
skinned chick.
schmegler.
Yeah, she's attractive enough, but I mean she's not anything special. Nah, she's just,
Not at all.
yeah, she looks like any other light skinned chick that you grew up with. I knew one,
I,
knew 100 of those growing up.
I'm just
Just like
saying is that
with
I just
two
noticed
black
that
parents, by the way.
right, but the culture, but it looks like the American culture, the way they process darker skinned women who are ratchet. I just don't. And it just again, it's my personal feeling. It just doesn't seem like the fair skinned folk uh get that same
Yeah,
energy.
it's
I
a
could be
different.
wrong about that.
No, there's a different energy there. I think that, like I said, uh, I'm looking for a word that I can actually pick up now, where people treat babies more, a preference. There's more of a preferential treatment towards those that are lighter skinned. Clearly, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Now of course, plenty of men were disgusted by Britney. There's plenty of videos about it, so she's getting the smoke. So I'm not denying that though. She's getting plenty of smoke.
Right.
She's definitely getting it, but she's not the poster child for ratchetness. It's normally going to be a darker skinned person. I just find that funny. That's all. And that's all.
Mm.
That's all through hip hop.
Well, would you consider Superhead light skin?
Mm.
She was considered ratchet during our day. During our day, that's our
Probably,
generation. Yeah.
probably brownish, light brownish. Yeah, probably.
But yeah, you consider her light skin. She was considered ratchet, bro.
She's. I gotta look at another photo because people look all type of ways,
Nah, man,
but
Superhead is light
I
skin.
never looked at her as like a red bone type light. But yeah, she's fair
That's what
skinned.
I'm saying. She's caramel. She's like that Halle Berry tone. She could still
Yeah,
look
and
like.
I don't think she was labeled as a ratchet hood rat. I don't think
Oh
so.
nah, come on,
She was
man.
just a
For
slut.
like years, but I'm saying she was considered to be.
Yeah, but
I
a
mean,
lot of
ratchet comes with a behavior too. So I get what you're
but a
saying,
lot
bro.
of racial ambiguous people are disgusting whores that are nasty, do all type of freak stuff with rappers and rock and
Yeah,
roll people all day, every day. But that's the ones that are doing it actually. It is the light skinned people actually. But that's what they
yeah,
got around mostly.
they tend to be more ratchet. Yeah,
But but my point is that those ratchet, trashy white girls and ambiguous chicks and them red bones, I don't care what you say. I've been here for 50 years. Them people are getting a pass. The more I'm sitting here thinking about it, the more I'm sitting here thinking
uh,
about it, the worse it's getting because most of the chicks I know that are fair skinned are some nasty ratchet joints.
I'm
And I'm like,
I'm trying to
they get
think
a
though.
pass.
Was Trina ever treated, looked at upon as being ratchet?
Mm, nah, probably
See,
not.
I'm saying like Trina. And
Uh,
Trina is not light skinned, but she's not extremely dark either. But she's on the
I
darker
love me some
side.
Trina too,
She's on
boy.
the darker side of the brown skin spectrum, but she's not extremely dark skinned, man.
Okay, I can work with you on that.
All right, all right, all right.
Trina is very careful
Little Kim, the same thing. Little
Uh,
Kim is not very dark skinned, but she's not what I would call that light caramel complexion, like Stefan, Corinne Steffens, or like
but
the one
let me do it this way. Then, how about we do it this way?
Brittany.
Do you think a dark skinned chick can be like Cardi B and be as hot as Cardi?
Foxy Brown. I'm trying to think. Foxy Brown was dark skinned. That she just came
Uh
into my
huh.
eye.
Yeah,
Foxy,
Foxy and
but,
my girl,
but
who I
people
love to death from Terror Squad,
But people tend to respect
uh,
Remy Ma. Think about it. People
Remy.
tend to respect that kind of
Yeah,
gangster.
it's respect,
You
but
know, it's not like we don't really, because people don't come for Remy like that. Remy never, she
no,
never, she never operated herself that way either. Not really. Sexy,
no,
but
no.
she had kind of, she's in a good pocket, bro. Because she was masculine. She had hella masculine
Very
qualities,
masculine.
dog.
Yeah,
But
very
we did
masculine.
not put her. I don't know if it's because we were scared of her. Niggas was scared of her because she'll get dudes to kill, kill
Yeah, she
niggas.
want that smoke.
She
She want the smoke.
she do. So I don't know if that's part of it. You knew that, who she rocked with, and you knew now you couldn't go at her like that. So I don't.
Mm.
I want to push back on that. I think the light skinned girl is considered to be the ratchet one. All the ratchet girls I
Wow,
know
you
in my
think
life,
so? You
all the
think
ratchet
so?
girls I know in my life are the light
They getting that.
brown,
They getting that white pass,
or the
bro.
light
They getting a
browns. No
white
sir,
pass.
no
They
sir,
getting a white
no
pass.
sir.
All right. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
Sukiana,
it. Hold on.
because
Hold on. Let's do a thought experiment. Let's sit here and think right now. Tell me what light skin, culturally speaking, in this country, when you think about a light skinned person, you think about ratchet or hood rat or a dirty nigga or something. Tell me in your mind when I say those words, you're thinking about a fair skinned, light eyed, freckle faced black person, Spanish, white, whoever you want to pick. When you're thinking of the negative thing, your mind is telling you light skin. I don't believe you.
it's
I don't
attractiveness
believe you.
that's attached to
I
it.
do
So it's
not
already there. I'm telling
believe
you.
you.
Who's the dark skinned one? I can bring up way more borderline black women that are like that than not. Even if you want to go back to the Dorothy Dandridges of the world, the light skinned one that was like Mark ass, all of these sexy sapphires and all this type of shit. I can go back.
Stop playing. You playing with me,
Lena
bro.
Horns of the
You
world.
not
Lena
big.
was classy, man. Felicia, think about it. We revere Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen. They are that darker brown, light brown. Yeah, thanks in the chat. Nicki Minaj is one. Nicki Minaj is one where she's that exotica. Nicki got all kinds of shit up in her, Chinese,
I
Asian, you know
don't.
what I'm
I
saying?
don't.
Caribbean.
I think when you're fair skinned,
But people think of Cardi B.
I
I'm saying
think your brain. I think your
people think
brain
of
is
Cardi B
wired
as
in a
being ratchet.
way,
Stop it. Paradox. People think of Cardi B being as ratchet, bro. You know
and
that.
she gets a pass. That's what I'm
She
trying
don't
to
get a
tell
pass.
you.
But okay,
All
when you
right,
talk about pass,
then name me
when
a
you talk
dark
about a
skinned
pass
chick that's hot as Nikki. I'll wait. I'll wait.
that's hot as
I'll
Nicki,
wait.
that's hot
Yes.
as Nicki rapping.
Yes, and I'm gonna let you go to Hollywood. Go anywhere. Find me
No,
somebody.
no. I
You
mean,
ain't gotta do hip hop.
Meg the Stallion.
Find me.
No,
Come on.
contemporary. Meg the Stallion. Okay,
Yeah,
Meg the
I
Stallion
knew
is
that
not
was
as big.
coming. I knew
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
coming.
yeah, yeah. And she all ratchetry, and they love her. They love her. She's one.
Uh, I
Hold
gotta.
on, hold on, Meg. Come on, bro. Come on now. You got to give it up, bruh. You got to give it up, bruh. You got to give it up. You
That
know
might
I'm
be.
right on this.
That might be a check.
You know I'm right on this, man.
I knew Meg was coming. I
How
thought I could think
violent.
of something
Think
really
about and
quickly.
she got receipts, man. She's been violent before. She got a whole mugshot of basically beating up a dude. A mugshot of beating up her boyfriend before. You know what happened with the Tory Lanez, how she got victimized. Think about it.
Yeah,
That ain't no
that's
pass.
terrible.
Victim. Oh Lord,
Terrible.
he shot me in the foot.
It's terrible, bro.
That shit was a scene right out of Harlem Nights. I bet you she beat his ass up like De La Reese beat up Eddie Murphy
Well,
outside.
he's a foreigner, so I don't care about him anyway.
But it don't matter. The thing is still tracks, man. I'm gonna whoop your
Yeah.
ass outside. You know what I'm saying? And then
Um.
he pulls out his pistol and shoots her up in her pinky toe.
Uh.
Bruh.
Okay.
Listen,
Hold on. Let me think, man. Let me think
Halle
about
Berry.
Meg.
Halle Berry, when she did Baps, we consider her to be right. We didn't know she can get that ratchet. When she did Jungle Fever, it fit because we see women like that in the hood. You know I'm not lying,
Okay.
bro.
Do you
You know
think
I'm
a
not
black
lying.
do you think a dark
Especially
skinned
here
black
in DC. Come on,
do
man.
you think a dark
Stop.
skinned black female could get as big as Kim Kardashian for being a whore?
That's something totally different, bro. You see, you flip the script on me. I can't. We
She light
can't
skinned.
go. No, no. She
She light
classifies.
skinned
She falls
Armenian.
out of our classification. We're not talking about borderline. She falls out of our
She's
classification.
ambiguous.
She is. She's an
She ain't
ambiguous
white.
white person. Yeah, but she's an ambiguous white person. Regardless of what we're going to talk
So you're
about,
telling me that she's the same as
it's not the same
Julia
as
Roberts? Come on,
ambiguous.
man, stop playing right now. Stop playing with me, bro.
I did not say that.
We know what white Aryan looks
Hold
like,
on.
bro. Stop.
I did not see you conflating. That's two totally different.
I'm trying to win.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. This is not about.
I'm running like a rat with cheese in my mouth in a maze.
see, because I mean, think about it, and you know this personally. For the women that we know, who's the ones that are the most problematic? I can't even. Even when I think about the finest dark skinned chicks that we know, they always get like this certain kind of because we know it's beyond like it's like we look beyond that. And even if they have an attitude, we still like revere. It's like a specialty. We don't want to. We sneak around with darker skinned women, but we love dark skinned women, dog, to our core, dude. We'll sneak around and try to hang around with them, but you know you're gonna put up with the bullshit. You're right. You're gonna give them a pass. Like I say, it's that medium brown. It's that Debbie Allen.
I need some real men who listen to this call right now to tell me that I'm crazy. That light skinned people, ambiguous people, and those barely white women like Kim Kardashian are getting a pass for being nasty.
You can't include Kim.
Stop playing with me. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. When the last time you heard a black person talk about have you ever heard the biggest podcasters in this from a female perspective is Call Your Daddy Girls. These are some of the nastiest, ratchetest, most disgusting blonde women on this planet, right? We won't even get started with Adam 22's dirty, nasty, stinking ass white bitch, right? Now, for some strange reason, on these YouTube streets, they get a pass. Sexy Red and Suki Hana do not. If you're telling me that there is not a love for whiteness and light skin, stop playing with me right now, bro. So you cannot. I have the amount of pressure on them two chicks does not match Cardi B's pressure, does not match Kim Kardashian's pressure, and does not match these little light skinned, ambiguous, light eyes, light hair, freckle faced chicks.
Paradox, they have different energy. They're beyond them. Now you got to admit, Suki and Sexy are my booty hole brown. Like they out of control, dog. They out of control. You know they beyond that, bruh.
You're only saying it because they're dark skinned.
See,
because it was two little light skinned chicks, two little white girls. You wouldn't be saying that. We wouldn't even be talking about this right now. We're only talking about this because of that.
Now you know me. You know what I like. You can't use that against me. Now I'm not the one you could use that against. There's some other people like you yourself. You can use that against.
Wow, we doing that now?
Wow. No, but you just said you just talked about me. How you going to equate that to me? You can't equate that to me. Listen,
the black woman is God.
Oh. Oh no, we talking about all black women or ambiguous.
No, I'm talking about dark skinned black women.
Well, that exactly
the original black woman.
If we're talking about dark skinned black women,
pure bloods, I call them pure bloods.
Right. If we're talking about dark skinned black women, first of all, they're excluded out of this conversation because very few of them get to that level to where we are looking at them in a more sexual way, right? But like the one that we can pull from is the one that's Amarella Negra.
Okay, let's redo it. She's not a good example.
But I'm saying because she still carries herself, even though she does ratchet behavior from time to time. She'll dance on somebody. She'll grind it. You know who else is a good one? What's the other one that's from Jamaica, man? That's from Jamaica. What's her name?
Who the old head Jamaican Caribbean? My
girl,
girl, I love her too.
Spicy with the big
I love Spice.
I love Spice. Whatever, fake otherwise. Yeah. Now her, but you can still
Jamaican
see,
women.
I'm saying you can still see how hard it is to kind of put her.
God was good to Jamaican women, bro.
Lord have mercy. Absolutely, no doubt. No, there are no lies.
Shout out to Ghana and Nigeria, baby.
I love, yeah.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, no, no.
Cameroon. Shout out.
Jamaican women will come for you. They will come from your car. They will hang out in the parking lot on your ass. So be careful. Don't be A+ in them. Don't A+ them. Give them a C+ certification, if you know what I mean. Don't A+ it, because she will be like a starfish. She will attach, brother. Trust me on that one. That I do know. But still,
if you don't like Jamaican women, you need to shoot yourself in the head, bro.
Can cook, dance, do everything. Yeah, do everything you want. Yeah, got it all. She could be 15 different women all at the same time. All that shit. Yeah, exactly. No doubt.
Got a little aggression. Got a little aggression in them too. A little bit of pit bull in them.
Well, black women are black women at the end of the day. I mean, it's something that's innately there. But anyway, I don't want to get off the conversation. But that's a perfect example, right? She does a lot of ratchet behavior, right? Yes. But you tell me that dudes don't respect her off the gate. You can't come to her sideways with that kind of foolishness like you can with Brittany Renner. You're gonna talk about Brittany Renner way more in a derogatory way because we are fixated. Number one, we're too fixated. We give them too much attention.
They was trying to run a train on that chick, bro.
Too much. We give them too much attention. You talking about on the Spice Woman or on Brittany?
No. I don't know if you watched the show that she was on with Charleston White, but they was trying to run a train on that chick.
Yeah, I just thought, but that's okay. Perfect example.
I said y'all about to run a train. Why y'all want y'all to turn the cameras off and get to the business?
Paradox. Let's be honest.
I'm listening.
When we was coming up,
and
I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about? That nice caramel brown, like from Neil on to all
the ambiguous. That's the ambiguous black woman, the one in the middle.
Who the ones was down for the get down, and we knew that they were going like that. Come on, man. Come on. And the pretty dark skinned girls, we had some kind of reverence for them. I'm telling you, I look back on it and I'm telling you, it tracks, man. We will make fun of them because we didn't want anybody else to mess with them, but we'll sneak off with them though, bro.
All right. So the light skinned folks, they got we have to feel sorry for them because they're not black enough, they're not white enough. So we have to feel sorry for them because of how they behave, because of their behavior. That goes to them light skinned niggas too, by the way.
You putting words in my mouth, by the way.
I ain't like them niggas anyway. What did Wesley Snipes say? You know, I cheered in the movie theater when he said that, right?
I'm asking you who were the ones that we basically targeted for those kind of excursions, bruh? Who are we targeting, man? Was it the dark pretty girl?
No.
Or was it that light skinned medium brown, light brown joint? Like I said, that was very pretty, very, very, nice little bubble on her, whatever the case may be.
Going home and blowing. Oh, real pimp be knowing.
Oh my God. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. No doubt. And so
remember, I'm gonna give an example. Remember
I think about Cardi B. I think about Megan Thee Stallion. I think about Little Kim. That's what I think. That's what comes to my mind.
No, it's not house party. Is it not house party? Man, what's the joint with Pinky, and Ice Cube?
Friday?
And Mike Epps. Was it the second Friday where they had the party to raise money for the rent?
I think that was.
And Pinky said, "I got a special one for you."
At the second Friday or third? That may have been third.
I think that was the Christmas one. That's the third one.
That's the third one. Yeah.
Third one.
That's the third
one. Yeah. Well, with Ricky Smiley and it being Santa Claus, I love that. That's my favorite movie.
Yeah, he robbing it. That was the one with the Commodore. That was the one with the Commodore.
Yeah, with the Commodore. He should have got an Oscar for that.
Merry Christmas.
So at least a Golden Globe for that role.
From the Temptations. Merry Christmas.
Now I can't remember the movie perfectly, but I want to say the first chick that walked in was maybe dark skinned or dark or maybe a little bit lighter. Then the second one was sort of brown, and she was the one. Oh my Lord!
That's what I'm saying.
Had the black fishnets on, a little short joint. Oh my God! But then he brought in his golden child, light skin, tall, long hair. I mean, come on now.
Of course, I agree.
What did that send? What message did that send? That's all I'm trying to say.
It's a dual message to us, man. They are both. They are the what I would call the pampered princess in the community, and they also But you know the difference when you
Can't make
see,
it up. I
like
can't make it up.
when you see T.I., what's T.I. wife name, man? Perfect example.
Tiny.
Dog. Come on, dog. You just look at her face like we know girls like her, man. She's not attractive, but I'm saying we know girls
Nope.
are
Below
even more
average.
attractive. We know girls are even more attracted to her, but they have that energy of her, like that. Oh, you just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just disgusting, though. But I'm just gonna, we're just gonna do some crazy stuff to you. It's just how it is, you know. I'm not talking. This is not talking currently anything, but that's just how the energy was, man. You know that. That's just hey, man.
Hey, man, look, man, the movies express it, life expresses it, life intimidating art intimidating life. I mean, it's showing itself. It shows itself all over the place. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I know I'm not crazy.
But I'm saying, even with Spice is a perfect example. Do we think of her the same? We don't think of her in
Who,
that
Ice
same kind of
Spice?
way. No, not I.
Ice.
Perfect.
I was about to say, because
Perfect.
Ice Spice
Boom.
getting all
Boom.
kind of
There.
passes.
Hold on. Boom. There it is. Perfect example.
Her,
No.
her and the cow. What's that
You
chick
would
name
not.
that does all
You would
the
not
goofy
find
stuff?
somebody that would not say, "Yo, she's a slut. She's ratchet as fuck." Dudes are
Of
not
course
trying to
not.
wife her. They're not trying to wife her. And what's the other girl? The other girl,
What's the other one? The weirdo.
Summer Walker. Same thing.
No,
Light
don't,
that
no, no, no,
light
no, no, no.
brown
Don't. Let's not do Summer. No, I'm talking about the other one. The
shade. What about
weirdo.
the shade?
The
Shade.
weirdo.
Another from here. What's her name?
What's the
Not
weirdo chick name that put on the cow outfit? She got real popular. It's a goofy ass
Janae.
that
Janae
hates
Monae.
black people. No,
Janae
not
Monae.
Janae.
Oh, who you
Not
talking
Janae. You know what I'm talking about. Really, really famous. She's dropped a devil worshiping song. Nasty skank.
Oh, you talking about the one that the love white boys that's from
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Don't
Ah,
know who
what's her
she
name?
is. Is she black? Is she white? She confused. You
Shit,
know.
man, what's her name?
She want to be white, and even Amber Rose. Put her on that list too.
Doja Cat. Thank you.
Doja Cat.
All right, yeah. Art gave Doja Cat.
That's
That's her.
another one.
That's her. Yeah, Doja Cat is highly confused, very
Do
much so.
you
She's
do,
ratchet.
do, do you
She's
do
ratchet
and do
though,
you
bro.
do you
She
think
is.
she gets
No
a
doubt
pass?
about
Do
it.
you think Amber Rose
She
get a
don't get
pass?
no
They get a
pass.
pass.
We
That
see
light skin
her.
get a pass.
No, I'm trying
Yes.
to tell you. No, it
The
don't. No,
slut
it
walk. Come
doesn't.
on, bro.
I'm saying Amber Rose, they don't get a pass, bro.
Amber's not getting a pass.
Dude, she was married for
Them
about
thinking
15
Beyonce is a white
minutes.
woman don't get a pass.
She
Come
was
on, man.
married for
Stop playing
15
me
minutes.
right
She
now.
can't even get married again, bro. She can't even get married again. Dudes don't even, they passing her. They puffing and passing, bro. Kim Kardashian is different because she's been able to
I
get
love
married. That's
that.
the
They
difference.
puff. I love
They are puff. She's isolated to the
that.
point where they're not even, because they have moved on to different light skinned ratchet chicks. Have you noticed?
Oh,
There's different. She's out of the generation. She's closer to our age. She's like she's close to either
yeah, she's
40.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
too
old.
old. She's aged out. Same thing with Corinne Stephens. They age out. Nobody wants to touch them. You know, that's the price. You know, you can be hot for a minute, but it's like a
And
5-year run, maybe 2 to 3, 4,
they
5-year
put
run. You know.
and your girl from Joe Budden. She another one. Put her on the list too.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. But you know, but she's a dark
She
skinned
another one.
biracial, but she doesn't read biracial. I'm talking about Melissa Ford. Melissa
Yes.
Ford is what I talked about. It's a perfect example of that brown
Halle Berry.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exactly. That brown skin. That's what I mean. That from her.
Yo, the way
all
they be
she did was
fawning over her on that show, pass.
she doesn't really have ratchet behavior. She never been that way though, bro. She's
And
always
then Joe
very intelligent.
Budden sells out on his Latino women and go marry him a brown skin black
That girl
or
got
date a
like
brown skin
that
black
girl
chick.
got like almost, I think either she got like a master's from NYU. She's smart. She's heavy on the brain. I'm talking about Melissa Ford. Melissa Ford is a smart girl.
She's a Canadian chick. She's not even American black.
Yeah. But I'm saying she's very smart. She's not stupid. You know, raised with her father being in her life. I know her mom and her father wasn't together, but you know, she knows her. She was raised by her
a lot
black
of issues growing up. Yeah.
but she was raised by her black grandmother. She was close to her black grandmother. Black grandmother, I think I seen her one time, was very, very dark skinned. Sort of like how Rihanna, perfect thing. Savage. I'm a savage. Rihanna, perfect example. Boom, there it is.
She gets a pass.
I got it. Yeah, she gets a pass, but everybody knows she's a savage. She's a
We're
ratchet.
only talking. I want you to notice a pattern here. We're only talking about light skinned chicks getting passes and being very successful.
But we talked about, but there are no
strange enough. You can't name me no dark skinned ones though. Strange enough.
Hold on, we named Spice. They don't talk to her. They don't treat her that way. We know that Spice can get married. Hold on, Remy.
You talking about Ice Spice?
Hold on.
Are you talking about Spice from
the
Jamaica?
dark skin Spice,
the real Spice.
Yeah, the real Spice, the older one. And then you got these women are still can be married and nobody would blink an eye. Remy Ma went to jail for shooting somebody, bro. For trying to murk a woman that owed her
Straight
money in a
thug.
nail in a
Straight
nail
thug.
salon. It don't
She's
get
a
no more
thug.
ratchet than that. And been married. Papoose married her in
Nah,
jail,
she
dog.
ain't ratchet,
You
yo.
hold on.
She's a thug.
You name a light skinned chick that done pulled that off. Any of them, Megan, any of these chicks that got any of their hood dude, because Papoose is known as to be thug and hood dude too, right?
Yeah, he hood dude. Yeah,
Hold
for
on, she
sure.
got a pookie to commit.
I love it. Hood love.
That's how gangster she is. She got a pookie to commit,
Yeah, hood love. I got
right?
it.
People talk about Pookie and Ray Rays all the time. That dude been extra faithful to Remy Ma,
Yeah,
in the sense of
but a lot
the
of
sense
dark
of the
skinned women choose a
popular
lot of dark
narrative.
skin, but a lot of dark skinned women
Come
choose
on.
white men, Asian
I
men,
just
and
gave you
Latino
an
men.
example. Can you give me an example of the alternative of somebody that's like Remy? We already talked about how gangster she is. Who's the
Yeah,
equivalent light skinned chick that
but
we
I
talk
think
about that's
you're
like
missing
that?
my
That's like
point.
her.
You're missing my point is that light skinned Beyonce and all these other people are getting and the Kim Kardashian, they're all getting a pass to become very successful. What I asked you was find me a dark skinned woman with the same behavior that's getting the same heat. Because for some reason, Beyonce them can be as nasty, devil worshiping, crazy psychopaths,
I
and
just
somehow they all get her, Rihanna,
I
Kim
just
K,
said
all of them
Remy
get a
Ma.
pass. Remy's not famous. They suppressed her fame. What are you talking? Are you serious?
No. She's not as popular as them. I'm saying
She can't get the
she
heat.
gets
She's too
love
dark
though.
skinned. Are you listening?
Yeah, no, I agree. She okay. If we're talking
She's
about that
not
part,
getting the heat. So
I
when the darker
specifically
skinned women act crazy,
I want to
they
make
get
sure
suppressed. That's all I'm trying to say.
you changed the argument a little bit on me, but the argument originally,
I'm trying to find a space
hold
to
on.
win.
The argument originally was what we deemed as ratchet in our eyes, our perceptions, right? That was the argument, not the popularity thing. The popularity, you're gonna win that all day. It's going to be light skinned to light brown women, light brown black women to
Yeah, they're able to
dark
act up.
to lighter skinned black women, to ambiguous black women. I'm gonna always get more shine than the darker skinned sisters. I'm saying the
Yeah.
ones that we know of that are in the public eye right now, they don't get the label of the ratchet behavior like the light skinned women do. Now, maybe that can be because it's more of those women that we can pull from that are available. Because, like
I
I
think
said,
dark.
would you consider Megan Thee Stallion to be outside of the light skin quote? No, she falls
Yeah,
into
she
that
dark.
light now.
She would be a dark. She no.
Okay,
She would be the one where you can check me on because
okay, then.
I have to think about it a little bit, and the reason why I'm saying is that as hot as she got, I feel like they cooled her off just as fast. So she's still famous, but I feel like the industries that push this stuff and we follow it and we support it. I feel like if she was light skinned with that same heat, she would be hotter and bigger. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so. Yeah, I disagree with that. I think she would be exactly who she is. I think because I'm
And
looking
Nikki knows that. That's why
Ariana.
when you see Nikki's brown skin, but if you notice that Nikki makes sure she's light skinned. Same with little Kim. When little
Yeah,
Kim was doing
light
her
her
thing, she
skin
was
up.
brown skin. But what did she do? She went light. A lot of their lighting, a lot of their
Yeah, little
photographs,
Kim
even
did too much.
Beyonce is light skin. Her mother's light skin. They're almost probably red bones, honestly. But
Yeah,
even a lot of times I notice that if you go through some of her images and stuff,
but
they
Solange,
make her even lighter.
is more naturally light skinned than Beyonce has
Yes.
her dad's skin tone. She has a
Uh,
light brownish skin tone. It's true, man. Like when she's in the sun, bro. Like you know
Beyonce
it,
paints
dog.
herself darker a lot of times.
I don't. Come on, Paradox.
Because
Stop it,
I
bro.
think she's a little confused on
Stop
how much
it,
white
nigga.
fame that she
Stop
wants and how
it,
much she
dog.
don't want.
Stop it. You need to stop. You are foul, dog. You are foul. You
I
are
don't know,
foul.
man.
Yo, for real, dog. Are you for real? Listen, her mom is damn near bright, damn near white. You know that. Her
Yeah,
mom is
light,
a red
bright,
bone.
white, light eyes, everything.
She couldn't get Beyonce's tone if she sat in the sun for 15 straight days in 90-degree Texas and Louisiana weather. It's not gonna happen, bro. She's gonna turn red. She's gonna turn
Yeah,
beet
she
red.
turn
You
more
already
red.
know.
Yeah,
She's a red bone, right? Beyonce
yeah,
is not
yeah,
that. Beyonce has brown overtones, light caramel
yeah.
brown
Brown
overtones,
overtones.
bro.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. She can get light skin sometimes in the winter, but bro, don't do that, dog. Don't
But
make it
remember,
seem like
remember
don't make it
something. You
seem
leave,
like she's some kind of
but remember something.
yeah, nah, bro.
It's not just skin. It's also the phenotype. And I think when you see Sexy Red and you see Suki with those wide noses and just those that that
Yeah,
that
the
that
nostrils
that
flared and they got their
yeah,
nose up there.
yeah.
They hood joints, man. That's just what it is.
I think that that image makes black
She
people and other people in this country anti
she's a
and
bad mix of
puts more things against them. That's all I'm trying to say.
Suki is a bad mix of Haitian, uh,
Yeah.
Wilmington, Atlanta, Miami mixed type of raised girl. She is
Because
she is
remember something,
broccoli.
it's not just skin. It's also combined
Yeah,
with the
the
phenotype that
phenotype.
they
I
consider
agree.
more animalistic or more
Exactly.
jungle looking. And
And
so
she
black people have been conditioned to hate that. And so they get more pressure.
and she acts it out. No, there's no doubt about it.
You get more
She acts it
anti-blackness, you
out.
get more hate, and
I agree.
white
Okay.
women and light-skinned women do not want those women around. So the pressure's coming from every section. They're getting no love because you know why? They belong in the jungle. You've been trained to believe that
But
they belong somewhere.
sexy
There are
red is
others.
different. Sexy red wouldn't have that aesthetic. Sexy red would be considered what you because when you consider sexy red more of an aesthetically more attractive woman, more so than Suki is. I'm saying as far as what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
popular, yeah. So
yeah,
she's not like that, but she talks and acts that way. She projects that energy of just the hood rat. She does this,
yeah. I know.
I
I
mean,
give you that.
and sometimes you can see when a woman is trying to be, but where it's natural for Suki, you could tell she's from like that's in her. Like she has to suppress it. Like when she tries to be, like when she tries to hold it in, it bottles up in it. You see a girl that's from the hood, and she's trying to hold that hood part back of her, and she's trying not
Yep.
to be. You see it with Remy sometimes. She tries to be, but you flip that switch, they gone. Okay, yeah, she ready to fight everybody. Win, lose, or draw, she don't give a damn. You got to take her to jail. It's like it's a different type of energy than a fake Erica Mena. Erica Mena is a fake what I call ratchet, but she's ratchet too. But she's the worst kind because she's trying to project blackness. She thinks she's basically trying to mirror or mimic us in our dysfunction, which is a shame. Basically, I don't know why black women allow her to get that pass by allowing her to do that. Now
Yeah. Same with
that is
same with Meg.
that is a privilege that I see that gets kind of swept under the rug, where somebody can act
Yeah.
out like she does and get very
Yeah.
minimum
Yeah.
minimum repercussions for her actions.
Same with what's
She's
your
real
girl name? What's
extremely
the
rare.
light skin? What's the other light skin when it came out of Houston? Real pretty.
Out of
The
Houston.
rapper joint. What's the chick name?
Out of Houston, you sure?
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she just did a song with she did some songs with Cardi. Rip me out the plastic. Um
Plastic. I don't know. Well, I mean, you got to say the name. I'm trying to think.
yeah, no, you don't listen to all that ratchet stuff.
I don't hear that. I can't. Yeah, man. I could. I hear it on the radio. I got to turn it on. I can't do it, man.
I study it for educational purposes
If I,
as an
yeah,
observation. That's all I'm
I'm
doing.
telling you, man. I have never.
Lotto.
Oh, Lotto. Okay, okay, Lotto. I thought she was from
You
H.
know, you notice how Lotto got in trouble for calling herself Mulatto and changed her name. Isn't that interesting?
So what is her
Did you
name now?
know? Did you know that?
What is her name now?
Well, her real stage name is Mulatto
I know
when she
that,
first came out.
but she
And
changed
then
her name.
when she popped, she dropped the mulatto and just called herself Lotto or Big Lotto.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I thought she still. Okay, yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
it got the fake butt, fake breast, and all that type of stuff. And she's cute. What's so funny about it is that she fake. You know, she's a suburban kid
yeah.
basically.
She's not. Yeah, yeah,
Mom,
yeah,
dad,
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Suburban girl. Yeah, yeah,
You go look at some of her old photos. I'm like, oh, come on, you
yeah,
playing a character, sweetheart.
yeah. That's what I'm
But it's all
saying.
good though.
That's
White
what I'm
people are doing it
saying.
too. All the white people from the suburbs are doing the
Yeah,
same
we
thing.
can't.
Pop
Yeah, so
songs
it's.
out. They're all
Yeah,
doing the
that's
same
true.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Because
That's
the thing is that black people think that we own this culture. And if you go out, if you explore hip hop, the so-called ratchet culture, what you will find is Asian people are rapping, Africans, Europeans, and white people. Right? There's a whole list of white people, women and men, who are playing the same characters. Now they don't get the same, and like I told you, they're not getting the same attention. there is 100 white rappers, men and women, right now who are hyper ratchet. They got sold out concerts all over this country that all run in their own circle, mimicking what we're calling ratchet culture, making millions of dollars, but you're not hearing nothing. I haven't seen no black person on the internet who is anti-black, fake pro-black people ever show any of those ratchet, wild, out of control white folks at all. And they're the ones that are really driving the culture at the
Right.
end of the day. That's the funny part, by the way. But you would never hear these anti-black people who are on the internet who talk crazy about black women, who talk crazy about black men, who talk crazy about Pookies and Ray Rays. But it's funny how none of these clowns ever want to bring up these. I mean, bro, there's this white dude that is so nasty looking. I'm looking at the concert
Shit,
like
I mean, Adam
all white
22.
people in the concert, right? He is out of control. You would never see a video from a black conservative, from any kind of so-called
No.
pro-black people ever mention that white boy. That white boy got millions of fans, making millions of dollars, and he's living in his own world with no pressure of judgment.
What's the white boy name? The White
And
Iverson.
guess what? And guess what? And guess
You talking
what
about
though?
White
And
Iverson?
guess what? And guess what? He ain't destroying the community for some strange reason.
I
Some
know.
in some strange way, these goofy ass Asians out here dancing, shaking their ass, and act. Bro, I be on TikTok seeing so many of these nasty ass white folks dancing and shaking their ass, committing crimes, acting crazy, shooting at cops, all type of crazy stuff,
All
right?
kinds of
But for
debauchery. Yeah.
somehow they're not destroying the communities though. But somehow these goofy ass niggas that don't got no money, don't vote, they got no control over nothing, has no power at all, don't run no cities, don't own no buildings, don't
Preach.
run nothing,
Have mercy.
right? The last
Have
time I checked, I
mercy.
mean, what do we? Hey, come on, bro.
Nah, man. Look,
That's
man.
that's crazy.
Absolutely, man. This,
But let me talk. But let me talk crazy about Suki and Sexy Red, and all of a sudden you getting clicks
yeah,
and
they
views.
don't deserve. They don't
All of a sudden you
deserve.
getting clicks and views
They do
because
not
they're bringing
deserve.
down what community? Get out of
Yeah,
here.
they do not deserve all of the. I mean, that is now that's foul. That we would even try to put all of this on them too. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even back to our day, that is not true, man. I mean, there was choice. Uh, I mean, we had dirty. I mean, just filthy chicks, man, talking crazy, bruh. Yeah, no, 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 no. Absolutely not.
But the thing is that you all are Democrats, you all are liberals, you all support freedom and openness and be whatever you want to be. But see, you don't want to come to the right. But you're
But
hating on
how
the
that?
left, but the left promotes this stuff. But anyway, I don't want to do that. We won't do that. I won't do that. I
Oh,
won't do
okay.
that. I won't do that.
Okay.
But I tell you, but I tell you,
Okay.
I won't do that. I won't do that. I
Okay.
won't do that.
You got to go all the way there. You ready to do? You got to jump. We got to jump. You really want to jump? You got to do that Mel
No, I
Gibson.
won't do that. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You got to do that Mel Gibson. You know when
But
he's
I
like,
would, but I, no, I didn't do that. I would tell you this though. I would tell you this. Glorilla. I will give you that one. Glorilla is lighter. She's light skinned.
she's a
She's
light
fair
skin,
skinned.
right? But you
You
don't
know,
even
I give you
want to look
that.
at it as being like glory.
No, I
Perfect
don't. No, I
example.
don't.
Perfect example. It's a
No,
perfect,
I don't.
and we don't even picture her like that because she's so ratchet. That's what's so
Yes.
foul about it. She's so ratchet. But
Yes.
yeah, she's a
Yes.
fair skinned girl. She really is.
Yes. I give you
She's
that.
clearly a black girl, but yeah, she's a light skinned black girl, no doubt. Very light
Yeah, I give
on
you
that
that.
light even tone. That but I was talking about that spectrum, no doubt,
Yeah, I give you that.
no doubt about it.
She's one of the ones where it's like, well, she is fair skinned. She's really fair skinned, actually, way more than I
Yeah,
even realized.
yeah.
I was like, wow, you.
She's
I
like
think you
Be-
might be light
she's like
skinned,
Beyonce.
actually.
She's lighter than Beyonce.
That's like you
Yeah.
almost pale skinned.
I'm saying on a brown skin tone. I mean,
It's so funny though.
she's the lightest brown that you can be, like
Uh,
that kind of lightish, light brown. That
yeah,
Melissa
but
Ford
I'm gonna
tone.
tell you though, and even though even though her phenotype is gonna push her, is gonna kind of hold her back because this country's anti big nose, wide noses and stuff,
Nose,
obviously. So
yeah.
they don't want to see it. And so they've already told her to cut her nose up, just so you know, by the way. So I
Are
ain't
you
making it
kidding
up.
me?
I
Are
ain't
you
making
for
it up.
real? Wow, that's
Black
crazy.
people and white people in this country hate dark
That is
skin
crazy.
phenotypes and hate dark skin and obviously hate dark skin hate phenotypes, our
Yeah,
natural phenotypes as well. It's kind of a cultural, it's a weird thing because when you look at the numbers and see what people really promote and what they really watch, it tends to be light eyes, freckles, light skin, small noses, a little bit smaller lips. That's what you're going to always visually see all the time, even though obviously many of us don't agree with it, but that's what's clicking, that's what's selling, that's what kind of transcends or kind of across all the cultures in this country. So when you see a real, darker skin or brown skinned woman with really large features, she's a man,
Yeah,
like Michelle Obama,
yeah.
right? Because ain't nobody coming up, no one comes to Michelle's necessarily, in my opinion, really comes to
It
her
has.
because you know why? Because of what she looks like. We don't agree, do we? Because the white
What,
boy's going crazy on her
what you
all the
mean?
time on
What
the
you mean?
internet,
We don't agree with what part of it? What part?
just as far as what she looked like.
Whether she's attractive or not, or
Attractive? Is she too big? Does she look like a
oh
man?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
she
yeah, 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 yeah.
androgynous?
Okay,
Is
okay.
this? Is that?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
type of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, some of us that would look at
She
her
wouldn't
and
be
be
the
like,
beauty. She
yeah,
wouldn't be the beauty. She wouldn't be the beauty standard. That's not what you necessarily want to look like.
yeah. It in a weird way. You see her. She looks like a 19, what I would call a 60s, technically a 60s civil rights looking kind of wife. Not ugly, but not extremely. She's not Coretta Scott King up in this mother. What I'm saying? Coretta Scott King was a smoker. Like for the, I mean, she was beautiful, beautiful woman, educated, all that type of stuff.
Hmm.
She had actress type of looks. Basically, you could put Coretta Scott King up with the other light skinned black women of the day. She was very very attractive.
Hmm.
Um,
And I
and
forgot
well,
about the other two girls from Miami that come from who comes off the Trina tree. Uh, what's the
who
two
that?
chicks' name?
Who?
The Trina girls from Ratchet City. What's the name of that city?
Oh, City
What's
Girls.
the name of that?
The City
Yeah,
Girls.
City Girls. Yeah, City Girls. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're
City
dark.
Girls.
They're dark. They're darker skin. Yeah, they ratchet as fuck too.
Oh
But they
man,
like
next level.
they like their person. People like them because they like them personality. They like them personally wise. Yeah, they like those girls
Uh,
for some
but
reason.
but my point is that they're limit. I would say that they're limited, and not saying that because talent plays a role in it, charisma plays a role in
Yeah,
it. Some
that's what I'm
things do
saying.
play. Some things I would give you that. Though some things, it's other
Yeah,
factors obviously as
but
well.
they're popular though, man. You gotta admit, City Girls are real popular, bro.
Oh yeah, they're crazy popular.
Yeah, they're popular, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know about because I mean, they're more popular than what Ice Spice is right now. Ice Spice is not automatically going to
Nah,
just
she
hit.
need more hits.
She's not going to hit supernova status just
Nah,
because
she
she's
need
light
hits.
skinned. Like, nah, that's not going to do it. You got to come
No,
with
no, that's facts. No, that's facts.
right. That's what I'm saying. Now, and the thing we could talk about Cardi B being that all we want, but Cardi B hit. She hit hard. Like when she came out, you got to
That
remember when
shit
she
hard.
came out, everybody was like, "Damn, okay, Cardi got something to
Right.
her." Like even beyond what you saw on Love and Hip Hop when she came out, well, okay, she got a little, okay. And then she had that charisma, the personality. She had a lot. She got star quality, dog. I mean, it is.
Yeah, and society
It is.
want to promote her ratchetness.
But she is ratchet though. She is a
Yeah.
ratchet. There's no doubt about it. Dog. I mean,
Hmm.
people, she leaned into the shit too. Yeah,
Hmm.
she talked about
Do you
robbing
follow
dudes.
Scar?
I don't even know who that is, man.
Scar, she's up and coming, smoking hot rap out of New
Oh,
York.
oh yeah. Oh, so that's the one. Yeah, I know who you're talking about
Yeah.
now. Yeah, the one to go
Hmm.
freestyling with the dudes and all that type of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be that
Uh-huh.
same kind of energy. They're gonna try to play her to
Uh-huh.
like more masculine, more so
Masculine.
than the
Uh-huh.
ratchet. But I guess she could be in that ratchet. But
She'll be ratchet. She'll be
ratchet is attached
masculine.
to. We gotta admit, ratchet is kind of attached to freaky, borderline whole
Uh-huh.
behavior, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hood, very aggressive. I don't care. I'm gonna open my cootie up. I'm gonna play with it in front of you niggas and this and that other. And put my finger
Mhm.
on it and put it on your tongue. That type of shit. It's nasty. It's
Right.
like strip culture. It's like strip culture mixed with
But
hood behavior and rap.
do you equate darker skin black women with being more aggressive, more masculine, more hard, and then do you equate fairer skinned women as soft, lily
Well,
white,
that's what I'm saying.
innocent?
And that was my
Yeah, you
whole.
do. You
That's
sure
back. That's
do.
back. No,
That's what you do.
nope. That's back to my original point.
That's
Listen,
what you do. That's what these goofy dudes on the internet do. Come,
yeah,
stop
that's what
playing,
they do.
bro.
No, that's what they do. I admit that's what they do. But the truth of the matter is, bro. The truth of the matter, bro. I already said it.
Ambiguous,
I
soft, innocent,
already said it from the
don't do
very
no
beginning.
wrong.
The most aggressive women I know, for sure,
Are white women.
sure,
Anyway,
But yeah, of course, the apex predator, of course, is white women, no doubt about it.
now what these goofy dudes in the chat think.
Hold on, you watch Get Out? No, but I'm saying I'm saying in the black community, the most aggressive, the most ratchet, the most in your face talking shit, swallowing spit type of women that are ratchet, that's going to turn up and do all that kind of stuff, are the ones from that skin, the light brown skin tone, to the indigenous black women. Those are the most aggressive ones. There's no doubt about it.
All right, we can concede. We can get on to the politics.
My experience, bro. That's been my experience. Yeah.
I know. I know the personal experience. I was just talking about sort of the idea more so than the.
That's the first thing when I think about ratchet behavior. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm dead serious, bro.
That's experience.
I'm dead serious. No, I'm saying, but when I think of it, that's the first thing that comes to my brain. Yeah. I almost said I'm probably projecting. I know of. There's a real popular DC girl. That's even. I'm saying that it's just everybody knew, and she was a pretty light skinned girl. She kind of reminded you of a light skinned MC Light, but she used to fight all the time.
I know they had to fight. They light skinned.
Dude, no, this girl did not have to do not like this, dog. She used to still
gotta fight. They gotta fight, bro.
She used to steal niggas in the middle of the hall with like remember when you had those metal lockers, like you said a combination on. She put that on her fist, man, and knock you clean out in the middle of the hallway. She had to do that. They
had to be tough. They're dealing with racism. They had to be tough.
This girl did not.
Do you know what? Let me ask you this:
light eyes and everything.
Do you think that's anecdotal? That if you're lighter skinned in the black community because of race in America, that lighter skinned people, men or women, have to. I know that's we just sort of say that casually.
From the men's side, I saw it, but from the women's side, they volunteered to be that way, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna tell you how you know.
Dark skinned chicks hate light skinned chicks. I don't care what nobody says.
No doubt. No, listen.
I don't care what nobody says.
I agree, but there was enough distance. There was enough distance between the two because they go to school together. There's enough distance between the two to where they can all be in their own little cliques. They're gonna fight. Right. Don't get it twisted. I'm saying
don't be cute and light skinned. I'm
talking about the real aggressive ones. Come on, man.
Right.
The ones I knew, nah, bro.
Because tell me this, how many light skinned dudes you beat up? I know you beat up a lot. Stop playing now. Stop playing.
I had no
pretty ass dudes.
I was not a bully. I was not a bully. Now I had but I'm saying what's so funny about it, I was mostly cool. Most of my best friends are like what I would say lighter skin or light skin toned that I grew up with. Okay. But the thing is though, those guys had to fight. Like if we went out somewhere, they would always get dudes be like on the basketball court, throw the basketball in their face. Right. That's how it was.
We did not fuck with light skinned people, bro.
Yeah. Now dark skinned dude, we did have. There was aggression towards light skinned dudes. There was no doubt about it. That's like you look like Christopher Williams and you was from the hood. Yeah, you gonna get your chin checked. You had to fight. No doubt. You're gonna have to learn how to fight. You're gonna have to be like on some Dave East type shit. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn quick. Yeah. If you're around, that's because that's what it is. That's how you know you're from the hood. That's how you know you're from the hood. Because he'd say like, yeah, niggas will try to, just because.
Nah. Shout out to all my boys that are these. I know some of my closest friends are obviously light skinned and tough guys. So
yeah, no doubt.
Tough guys. I'm just teasing them.
No doubt.
I got my folks. You got my folks listening in sometimes, so they be like, I just have to tease them a little bit because we used to mess with them all the time. But these guys are super. These guys are super tough guys.
We used to tease each other all the time.
Super tough guys.
Dude. Yeah, we used to tease each other. No doubt. We do that all.
But we tease, especially down south. We tease all the time. So I'm just messing around.
Yeah, but the only place I could see where light skinned dudes were kind of like. They had that kind of tough exterior was like maybe New York because they had so many light-skinned Puerto Ricans around, or what I mean. They had more. They had more of.
I would love from somebody up north to talk about that a little bit more too.
Well, I mean,
actually from that vibe.
But I'm saying we around them, and one of my homeboys, that's from the Bronx that you know.
Yes.
That's that same thing. It's just that type of energy, like but he didn't understand.
I just saw him last week.
He doesn't understand. Like when he come down here, He like, man, all these dudes had to tell him like, yo, it's gonna be different,
Pretty
dog.
ass nigga.
It's gonna be different. I mean, we went to hold on. We was in Dream one time, and they just skipped them in line. It's like, nigga, fucking, that's just how it is, dog. That's just how we are. It's just gonna be. They gonna think
It's
you on
kind of
some.
funny.
They gonna think you on some pretty. You gonna be
I
like, nah,
know.
homeboy. And you know how you like, nah, dude, like, what the fuck
I
are you
know.
doing?
American culture is crazy, boy.
He was like, what the fuck you doing? Fuck out of here. It's funny because you will look at her and you thinking it's not gonna be like that, but it
Mhm.
is. And so that's the reason why it's so funny. It's funny because we talking about it. It's like we kind of letting y'all guys in on our life, but yeah, that's real. That's a real situation.
It's kind of funny.
This is no doubt real type of situation. Real life, actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For
But in
real.
like you said, but in the real world, you know, obviously we obviously joking because the guys I know because it's killers. They don't got nothing to prove.
Nah, hell
But
nah. Yeah,
we just
nah.
tease them though. We just be teasing them.
Yeah. Just fucking around, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just be teasing them.
But if you knew a dude, but like I said, like if you knew a dude like a Flash from the Five Heartbeats, like I said, I grew up with a dude that was like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he wasn't light skinned, but he was a pretty boy, and they do
Yeah,
still
pretty boy.
take
Yeah.
his
It doesn't
chin.
matter about the skin color. If you're a pretty boy, you're gonna get it anyway. So
He had that Ralph Tresvant.
that's why we just joking around,
Yeah,
obviously.
had that Ralph Tresvant thing going. You know, that
Hmm.
here come Mr. Sensitivity, man. What's up with you? And he
Yeah.
was the third. So, you know, his dad was into
Sure.
politics and all that type of
Oh
shit. So, you
yeah.
know, everybody knew who his pops was. So you just getting your chin checked just automatically. You stayed in the hood still.
Anyway.
You shouldn't even be around us,
Yeah.
dog. Like,
Shouldn't even be around.
why you even around us, dog? This nigga, this nigga got some brand new felines on with the strap. This nigga shoes extra clean.
You gotta get up off them.
Get out of here, bro. Oh man, you brought back some memories, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
We way
yeah.
off topic.
Damn, we
Dang.
went. How long did we go, man? I can't be on here too long, man. But yeah, let's get into the topic, man. We're going to talk about is Biden too old, man? Biden too old, man. And you got it in here. Democratic Party dead or alive, dead on arrival, dead of arrival.
DOA, but it's really not the part. It's really I'm just making a joke about Biden.
Right. And I think that let me just put it out there right now. I think there should be an age cap on politicians. Period. I don't care where you serve, Congress, you know, city council, anywhere where you're doing public office, man. We got to cap this thing at 75. We got to. We can't put that much pressure on our elders, man. You could be in the
An advisor role.
advisor role, right, where we tap on you every once in a while. We may have positions for that, you know, like, and it's probably good to have an old sage where you can ask them questions and
Absolutely.
deal with it like that, and maybe make
But
it
you
an
can't be going in and out of conscience
maybe make it
running my country though.
but I mean, look, man, Mitch McConnell froze for 30 seconds. He's still basically the
That's
head
crazy.
of the Republican Senate. Now, don't come too hard. Now, don't do that, bro. This man damn near got frozen in. I mean, take one, take two. He didn't even blink. He's just
Yeah. His
camera
brain
two,
is shutting down.
camera two was and it's like they looked at it and they're like, oh shit.
And I
He's
told you
gone.
his friends came out on some shows after that and was like, "Oh, he was fine. You know, he met with a bunch of people. He had conversations." I said, "Where the video at
Oh
though?
man, he's
Show me that
gone.
video."
He's
He gone. He's
gone.
gone.
He's
And the
gone, man.
other and the
Yeah.
chick in California too, whatever her name is, she's gone too.
Yeah, he's still he's scattered. Joe Biden is at the scattered point, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's in and out. He's
yeah,
in and out of consciousness, bro.
he's in and out. So he'll get conscious moment. He'll have a good stream of consciousness for a while, but then you can
And he
tell
loses it.
he'll lose the, it's like jumping rope. So he'll lose that pattern and that rhythm and be like, damn, oh, I know I said something that didn't really make sense. I just said something that did not really make sense. Yeah, Joe, you did, man. It's time to just sit down for a second, man. Give it a beat, man. Give it a good 5 minutes. And we're basically discussing this because we're trying to figure out, you know, this is that season We're going into 2024, of course, the election season, and really trying to figure out what is going to look like if both Biden and Trump
is out.
don't run. What is left?
It's going to be a free fall.
What is left? So we're going to play this video, and it's going to just show some gas on Joe basically kind of stumbling up, knowing that he's, a little bit past it. So, and like I said, man, this is the thing, man. Full disclosure, I voted for Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden has done some good things. I think he basically got a lot done in his 4 years. He's done good work, but I can't deny that.
You mean Kamala did good work?
Well, yeah,
no, I'm joking.
She's part of the administration, But I mean, he the things he promised. Put it like this: the things he promised on the stump, he pretty much did those things. Black Supreme Court justice did that. Passed the infrastructure bill, did that. I mean, got executive order in for for more minority contractual deals. Did that. He has done things that you can't deny it. There are things that he have done while in office on the national stage for minorities where you can basically see some progress, getting more black judges on the national scene. The judge that's basically trying Trump right now in DC, an appointment from Joe Biden. So that's real work, man. That's real good work. So let's get into it and see exactly what some of the concerns are, and then we could talk about it on the other side, and then we'll pull up the map and look at the map and see what's really real. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's hit it.
All right, cool.
America, and we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. That's why I'm running for re-election.
It's official. U.S. President Joe Biden plans to run for re-election in 2024. And from the Republican point of view, I think we can make a pretty good guess on what a main line of attack might be.
Where's the cognitive test? We have a cognitive error a day, at least, from this president.
He can barely walk, barely speak, barely make sense.
Well, he is too old, and he knows he's too old.
And it's not just a right-wing jab. There have been a few left hooks thrown in too.
Got to work together with Kamala Harris, with Harrison Ford, pardon me, Henry Ford, excuse me, Machine Gun Kelly, come on.
What is undeniably true, though, is that Joe Biden is the oldest serving president in United States history. That was true when he was inaugurated, and it will certainly be true if he wins a second term. Doing the math, he would be 82 years old and wind down that second term at 86, which leads us to ask a very straightforward but not at all simple question. Is Joe Biden too old to run for re-election?
I think it's a legitimate thing to be concerned about anyone's age, including mine. I think that's totally legitimate.
So to answer the question, is Joe Biden too old to run? We should start by understanding why his age has become a concern at all.
Senator Braun, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
Asking if Jackie is in the crowd, pretty normal. But the Jackie he was referring to was Congresswoman Jackie Walorski, who had died in a car crash a couple of months earlier.
Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political, or maybe precise, not and or political power.
How, in making the case of the freedom men have, what do you do to, other than to sort of embarrass men into getting into the argument and voting the right way on this issue?
Well, look, I mean, he has made
All right. Go ahead. Get your licks in. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do it.
Go ahead and get your licks in, man. Oh my
y'all
God.
love Joe Biden. Y'all love Joe Biden. Y'all love old Jim Crow Joe.
Oh my God. Yo, this is
Strom Thurmond Biden. Y'all love that dude.
hold on
Yeah.
now.
I can't ride with Trump and Mitch and all those. I can't ride with them, but y'all can ride with him. Okay. Yeah, okay. Him and good old boy Bill Clinton, right? Okay. Yeah, sure.
This is about the old test. That's the question, right? We're talking about basically it's no way that this man should be running next year. It's no way. They're gonna have to
he won't make it, bro.
That he has to find another transition. They're gonna have to figure out what they're going to do. And
or Kamala Harris will be your president.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But I outside of that, because I'm thinking,
I don't mean winning the election. I mean, you know what I'm saying, right?
Well, we already talked about it. I think
we'll come back to that.
I think that's what does he have enough to even go through the election cycle though? Can he hold up under
the the DNC, DNCCC, and the other powers that be that makes a lot of these decisions? I guess they talked to. I guess all of the powers that be sat down and probably talked to him, Obama and Hillary, whoever else they got, the people that we don't know, and Wasserman Schultz and whoever else probably made a decision. Probably made a decision that our best option, based off the numbers today, is him. And then we're going to have something to backstop it, which is not going to be Kamala if they have to run. It's going to be your boy in California, probably. Will be one person.
Yeah.
But I think you'll see Pete jump back in. I think you'll see I forget the ex-governor from the Midwest. I can't think of her name right now. I think she'll probably jump in, and some other people I can't think of right now.
Keep sleeping on this, man. Beto O'Rourke, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Beto. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, he may try to run.
He will be sneaky because of his energy, the way he can transition. He's not going to be too far away from what they are already implementing in the administration currently right now. He's checked because of the state that he comes from, so his liberal views can only stretch so far. He understands both sides because he lives in a Republican state. So
but nobody likes him now.
No, but I'm talking about on a national.
He's not likable.
I mean,
I'm talking about on a national stage. He's not likable.
No. I disagree.
But they'll push it. They could push him.
I disagree with that. I don't think he's on the dislikable meter. I think that DeSantis beats him. I think that Chris Christie beats him on the dislike meter. I think he's looked upon as probably being somebody that doesn't take a harsh stance on the Second Amendment. That's where he gets the dislike.
Yeah, he's gonna get jammed. I will ask you this. I wonder, when you look at the political sphere, do you think that the Republican Party has transformed, right? On some level, I would argue that the Democratic Party has transformed, but putting Biden in power kind of checks me on that statement a little bit.
Right.
But because he's so vulnerable, then maybe it also will make sense because it's really an anti-Trump vote more so than a Joe Biden vote on some level.
He was used to
right. The Republican Party is probably a completely different party, and that some of the traditional Republicans probably are washed out. They just don't really know it.
Right.
So I know Chris is running. I know Tim is running, and some other people.
I would ask you this then, because speaking about that, because we were talking about extremes here now.
Yeah.
Now, do you consider the Republican Party to be more white nationalist party or the more business centric party that Chris Christie?
No, white culturally, all cultural, completely it's a new party.
So it's transition, right, to where that base is to the forefront. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're in a leadership position now. That's why you got the Mitch McConnells of the world that comes out and be blatant with it. The Ingrams and all them. So that's the point of contention that I'm talking about.
The left ran Joe because they probably calculated that Bernie Sanders or another far left person, even though the party has changed, they probably wasn't Go ahead.
Yeah, it wouldn't make it. Wouldn't make it. No,
They probably would. I'm not saying they wouldn't win. I'm just talking because remember, we're not making these decisions necessarily. So they was probably thinking that they would not. You know what I'm saying? They would not. It was too much more. It was too. If you do your analysis on it, you do a risk analysis on. You probably was thinking that if we probably should do it, but the internal politics probably said we're going to go ahead and just go with Joe. Because in my opinion, they probably should have found someone who was very far left and really commits to what it means to be a part of the new left. And they decided to keep it with the old guard, and they took a risk, and they accomplished their goal. They got him in office.
So do more Republicans vote for Joe Biden in Georgia, or do they vote for Bernie Sanders?
Oh,
because that's the swing. That's
Joe Biden, of course, Joe Biden, all that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the swinger.
Yeah, Joe Biden.
Because those states that went from red from Trump, right? That swung back blue. Well, those were the moderate Republicans that we talked about. We talked about the Republicans that clearly hate Donald Trump, hate him.
Yes,
they hate what he has done to the party.
Lincoln Project, all that stuff. They
can't stand him, right?
No, they promoting Democrats. They're running propaganda against Trump. Absolutely, 1,000%. All Republicans.
The Michael Steele fraction of the Republican Party.
Yeah.
What was the other guy that was from? He's on TV now.
Joe Scarborough.
Not Joe. I'm talking
on
about
TV now.
I don't
watch TV like
he was
that.
just a senator. He was just a senator. He's a pundit. He's probably, you know what I'm talking about. He was sort of like the co-leader of the House when Ryan was there. He was on the Republican side.
Ryan,
not Boehner. Talks about no, not Boehner. He's from one of those Midwestern states. Yeah, he talks bad about Trump. He doesn't believe that Trump is
not the one that ran for president.
Yeah, he ran for president too. Yeah, he did.
They bring him on. They bring him on sometimes. He's Indiana or Ohio. I forget which state.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
I want to say maybe it's Ohio, and I don't think it's Indiana. I think it's Ohio.
I think it's Ohio. I just can't catch his name right now, but y'all know you're talking about, yo.
Yeah. So he even said it himself. He said the reason why Joe was even able to even break some of those red, strongholds in those states was because there are a lot of Republicans that basically they knew that some of those policies, some of the things that they can implement, even from the conservative side, we can still get a lot of things that we wanted done and not have all the shenanigans of what it will be to have, Trump in office. So they knew what they was doing when they made that vote. That's what I'm saying. It was more of a calculated management vote of the country more so than anything else. So getting it back on track.
Yes,
but
or what they think is the right track. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the business elite from the Republican Party. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, but I would continue the video and let's watch it all the way through its entirety. Let me know if you want to stop. I'm just gonna let it play.
It's clear that
Now, you could never come to any conclusion about Biden's fitness for office based on those clips alone, because if we're being honest here, young people make mistakes all the time too. Joe Biden has also grappled all of his life with a stutter.
Stuttering, you think about it, is the only handicap that people still laugh about, that still humiliate people about, and they don't even mean to. When I was a kid, I talk like that.
It's something he has worked very hard on, and successfully, I should say, even if it resurfaces every once in a while. But the take from many Republicans and conservative commentators:
Joe Biden can't speak clearly. He can't think clearly.
He is simply unfit to serve as commander-in-chief.
That's who should run. That's who should run.
He's increasingly showing that he's unfit for office.
When former
say that again.
I would love to see what's his face's daughter run for office. Hold up, she is in office. Is she governor? What is she? She's something, right?
You think she has a chance to win though?
Oh, I don't know about the winning part.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just saying that she probably should run though.
Yeah, she's.
I think her father got her elected in her state, right? Arkansas?
That's Huckabee. That's Huckabee.
I like her.
What's her first name? Is it Asa Huckabee? Is it?
No, that's Asa Hutchinson. No,
Asa Hutchinson. What's her? But that's
It's
Huckabee.
just
Ain't
not
that Huckabee though?
Huckabee's daughter. Yeah, it's Huckabee's
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she has that.
Yeah, she
She
got
has
it, bro.
a mixture of both. But
Yeah,
I
she
don't
should
know
run.
if she's dynamic enough. And she's likable. She's not
Sarah. Yeah, thanks for running.
Sarah. I don't know if she's unlikable to the point. I'm sorry, not unlikable. I don't know if she can generate the energy. That's the point. That's what I mean. You have to be able to generate the energy to get people to the polls too. That are kind of like,
well, Trump has distorted reality, which also fries my brain a little bit when I'm trying to think about stuff, because he's distorted reality so much.
Yeah, he energizes his opposers to be like, we got to go out and vote. Ever since 2016, people
Right,
gonna be like, we're just gonna vote.
Like you said, if the Republicans pick whoever they pick, the problem they're going to have is, how do you deal with the Trumpers? That's where I get challenged at mentally, because no one is going to be able to mimic him. That's why Vivek will fail. But you have to figure out another way to reach them. Is the whole point. And no Republican has done that yet, because for some reason they're so stupid that they're thinking there's another party that exists. It doesn't. This is the party, in my opinion. And so you have to figure out how to talk to those people. Hard stop.
Okay.
And I'm not saying she could do it, but I'm just saying is that I think that she should throw her hat in the ring and actually try to run, in my opinion. But she hasn't done it, but she should. Because to me, she has, not to give her too much, by the way, but I think she has a little bit more authenticity to her. And the way she carries her womanhood also, I think, fits better, in my opinion, in the Republican space, especially Christian conservatives, versus like a Nikki Haley, who may be a little too high strung, a little too polished, a little too highbrow, a little bit too. There's something there that I think, if you are a traditional Republican woman, I'm not 100% sure if she can tap into that. I haven't seen the polls on her with that demographic. I haven't looked at it, but just on the surface, I'm not totally clear. I'm not totally sure that she can hit all of those spots from a woman perspective. I don't know though, because something is a little bit too corporate to her, a little bit too polished. I'm not 100% sure, but there's something about that Arkansas, that Midwestern energy that I like, that I think that a lot of Americans on the right will connect with. But I don't know if her father talked to her about it or not. And I don't even know if anybody's thinking about her, by the way, just so you know. So I'm not even thinking about her, but she would be a good choice, in my opinion. And I think she didn't get. I don't think she got fired. I think she stayed with Trump the whole time, right? That says a lot, by the way, as his spokesperson, as his what's that job called? Not Secretary of State. What is it called? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
What's the name? What's the name of that? What did she do for Trump?
You're talking about man, the names are escaping me. I know you're talking about though.
I'm talking about the title, because I think the Haitian woman has it now for Biden.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I just
Jen Psaki before her.
You're talking about
press secretary. There we go. My mind is tripping, man.
The press secretary that speaks. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mike. You said it when I was thinking it. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. So I just think that I didn't know how she was going to work in that job, and so I was impressed personally. I was impressed that she did good. I was impressed. Just period. I was impressed.
No doubt, she was good. She was good for. In fact, she was good for him. No, he ended up letting her go too, though.
He did, right? Yeah. I could, but she had the longest run, I think, possibly though.
Yeah, but she was the best out of the ones he chose. He shouldn't have did that, but he just, for whatever reason.
And I think if she got some more experience and got with some of the Democratic people at the ones that can really train you to really lock in, I would love to see it, because she may be horrible. Of course, she might be horrible at debates and stuff. I'm not saying that. I don't know that part, but. Something about her behavior and her energy I like from the right's perspective that I don't think a lot of these guys have it. And I mean just connecting to the Trump people specifically.
Right.
because that is, in my opinion, that is a Republican Party, and I really don't know how you can change that, because I honestly think that they would not vote unless the Democrats bring in somebody crazy that'll force them to change.
Let me ask you something, man. You know, I've been thinking about this because Vivek kind of got me thinking about him, because he did not handle it the right way. What if Andrew?
He got time.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe
it's his personality that I think is his biggest thing.
Yeah, it ain't attractive.
What about Andrew Yang if he flipped to the right? Would he be?
Oh no.
You don't think he would be able to, because he has that kind of business? They wouldn't accept him. You don't think?
No, I mean, for me, he's too soft. So I don't. No, I don't see it.
He's too liberal. You mean, basically?
No, I'm talking about just him. He's soft.
I see.
He's just too. He
doesn't,
for me.
He doesn't project.
I follow his political stuff as much as I could, and I don't see it. I don't really see it on the left or right, because Americans, and tell me where I'm wrong at. It seems like it's a fine line of having some maybe some softness to you. It's a fine line. I think about George Bush, baby Bush, trying to project kind of like strength.
Yeah.
Even though we know it was a front. But
he was a big old soft kid.
He's a big old cokehead, softy, spoiled rich kid.
Yeah, he's a big old.
But he played the character. He figured out how to.
But he was very
likable. A little bit of that Texas stuff. You know, he's from the Northeast and all that type of stuff.
He was very likable, though. A lot of people.
Very likable. He figured out that. I hate that quote, drink a beer. I hate that bothers me, but
yeah, I don't like
that. I just for so many reasons, by the way. I mean,
it
so
works.
Reasons.
It tracks.
But it works. It works. I can't argue. It works. It works. It works.
It's like that Joe the Plumber thing. It works.
It's Joe the Plumber thing. It works. It works. It's kind of funny, but I don't know if Andrew Yang can Asian men perception wise is very problematic in America.
Yeah,
America is rough. I would argue that America is pretty much of a roughneck country, and so it's tricky. I think it's a little tricky how you, you know what I'm saying, right? It's tricky because we it's a little bit of roughnecks here. So I don't think that Asian people in general probably have a hard time. I'm trying to think of somebody right now. Probably have a hard time projecting power on certain levels in America. I'm trying to think of somebody that I wouldn't say that for.
Here's the thing, right? So I'm trying to think of him in the same vein as, but even though Barack got played with, he still kind of gave you that look like, motherfucker, like you tried it, like he still give you that kind of it because I'm trying to throw some similarities here. I
think black people probably culturally, the energy of culture gave him something that he does not have.
I don't know about that.
And he was able to. I'm thinking out loud, so I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just thinking out loud.
State of the Union.
Okay.
He could have moved past it. He stopped. He stopped and looked at the motherfucker like.
True. Okay, I'll give you that. That's fair.
He looked at that dude like, motherfucker, are you for real?
Yeah. The Negro came out of him. I got you. We saw a little something.
Are you for real?
Yeah, we saw a little Chicago, right? No,
yeah,
not really, but.
No, but what I'm saying is, he didn't play nice to just play nice. Is what I'm saying on that turn, because he could have just moved past it, because he's a very, people would consider him to be soft, laissez-faire, very kind of like loosey-goosey kind of thing.
I personally put him maybe more stoic, for me personally speaking. But I got what you're saying. Though.
That still works with the strength thing. That's still the same thing.
It does. No, I'm disagreeing. I'm just processing in real time. So
because remember, we talked about the Joe Biden, and we're going to get back to the video, guys. But we talked about the Joe Biden and the Trump debate being extremely important, because these same concerns were still the same thing, even during that time period. Like, can he hold up? And surprisingly, I don't know what meds he took, but he was so sharp. Because he was ready to box with him. It's like you got in the ring, you be thinking like, damn, it's old George. It's like he got in there like
Joe.
George Foreman. Sleepy Joe got in there,
knocked out Tyson. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a great analogy, I think. For
because
that's a great analogy. That's my fear. By the way, that's my fear right now. By the way, that's my fear right now. That he's playing this slow and quiet, and I'm like, if it's real, I'm scared. But he could come out and do a debate. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Take back everything I just
and it ended. It just knocked everybody was like, oh yeah, okay, we can't go on that because everybody was like,
because real people are not watching none of this stuff right now.
Listen,
so
people were so concerned about Donald Trump just because Donald Trump would destroy you on that debate stage. If you let him run you over, he gonna run you over, dog, 15 times and then some.
Yes,
it's gonna be bad. He's gonna creep show you. It's gonna be like, thanks for the ride, lady. It's gonna be that type of thing. He's gonna run you over.
And you can't play his game. You got to play your own game.
Yeah, and
because Mark Rubio learned that the hard way, trying to be like him, and they had to say, bro, you can't do that.
But this goes into the manhood thing. He couldn't out manhood Joe. Joe, like, I know you, John. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. Don't try to do that, John. You couldn't make it in Scranton if you try. Like, you remember you try to.
So you bitch made silver spoon white boy from New York. Get out of here.
You couldn't make it in Scranton if you tried, man. My dad come from the coal mines. What are you talking about, bro?
Right.
World War II, all that. What are you talking about? I'm a blue blood, dude.
Right.
What you talking about? But I'm the
real racist. Stop playing.
Blue blood though.
Yeah. Generational.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's like when he did that and he sunned him, it was like, damn, Joe fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? So
it shocked me.
It shocked people. People was like, whoa,
no shock.
Okay. I mean, we could play the tape back, man. That's just facts, man. Donald Trump did not win those debates.
No.
He got his ass handed to him. That's a fact. That's a lot of the reason why he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's one reason.
That's to me, because the energy that he generates, he has to embarrass you, right? He has to make you look incompetent, like you're stupid, like you're dumb, you can't function properly. Because you got to remember that was the whole platform. Sleepy Joe.
Yep.
I don't know if he's up, but and it worked because he's freezing. He we already see the bit. I mean, it's clear, man. Like, yes, Joe waking up too early in the morning, man, without getting a good cup of coffee, bro. Like, hold on, without his good cup of Joe, pun intended. But I mean, it goes and like I said, I still think he's too old. Hell, I think that Donald Trump is too old to run now because Donald Trump is going to be 80 if he gets elected.
I know.
It's the same shit.
I know.
And
like he said, like I think we both believe is that he's a salesman. He's all talk, and there's no real. I mean, we can find some policies that people like that he did get pushed through, but
talking about Donald, right?
Donald. Donald. But when you dig into it a little bit more, I think you realize that he half-assed a lot of things.
Oh man, half-assed and half-truth, and because he loves the balance of the bullshit conversation. He loves the bullshit people. He loves the doing that. A lot of
ideas, says a lot of things, but then but doesn't implement a lot of those things that he talk about.
You ask him a question that he don't want. Well, what do you think? What do you think?
Right.
You tell me. I thought you was on my side. You tell me, Sean. What you talking about, Sean? President, I'm just trying to add.
But his greatest accomplishment will be the timing of everything, which is putting those 3 justices in office in the Supreme Court. No matter what else you criticize,
over 50 national judges, man. That's basically in line to be Supreme Court justices, man. Yeah, appointed by him, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, they did
over 220 overall, I think.
They worked that judicial, they worked the body of the U.S. government for sure, man.
That's probably Mitch McConnell and his people more than anything. But yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They pushed the judges that so they appointed them. They got their legal representation there because they know that if we don't got the numbers, we got the laws at the end of the day.
Absolutely. If you want to slow down some of this crazy left-wing debauchery, you should be happy he put in 3 justices. You should be thankful.
Well, I mean, that's something else, but we'll get back to that. But let's get back to the end of this video, and then maybe we can drop the link and we can kind of get into it. But this Asian dude kind of like is almost like they always play, because I hear Asians always brought up, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do this, they project strength, they this, but I mean, it's like it doesn't. I'm just saying.
At least I would say in America,
I'm hearing Asians gonna rule the world. I mean, come on now, let's go, let's talk about it.
Man. Well, yeah, that's a joke, but I will say
That's not a
that
joke. That's real, right?
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, we can go. I mean, yeah, we can go with that. I mean, sure. I guess. I mean, I know you don't want to open up that door. We're gonna do a show on that stuff a little bit later, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I get it though. We're gonna let history, do what history do, right? We just gotta wait in time and let things play. But no. But I would do. But we're trying to be honest. If it play out that way, I will bend the knee and be very apologetic. But if it don't, I just want the same on the other side. Because I mean the history is the history, and we can kind of go back and forth with some of that. But I mean, some things are just what it is, and so
some things.
I mean, I mean, boy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will say this: in this country, I think that Asians they have an uphill battle to create a little bit more edge about their culture, even though historically and even in current times they do have it. I just think visually in our country, because everything I think is very visual, you need to see more of that in our own country, because we got leaders who are very, very strong, who are very, very very tough people in Asia, in some Asian countries, and so they do have it. That's a fact. But in our country, where the culture is socially, you have to, you know what I'm saying. You have to. It would be nice to have some of those.
You got to be rude. You can't. The decorum don't. Yeah, you can't. The decorum that you have, like, you have to interrupt sometimes. I see it all the time on debate stage. They interrupting each other. They're trying to get in. The talking points. Yeah, you got to get in where you can fit in. So. That's what
they culturally they have a lot of they just have a little bit more work to do with creating.
But Vivek does that, but he's trying to operate outside of his classification, which is kind of like a backdrop to what his biggest issues are.
But and like you said, even Indian people, all that whole Eastern Bloc, for whatever reason, when I see them. I know that they're very dangerous. They can be very tough. They have all of the attributes, obviously. But when I see them visually, my mind just doesn't take me there. Not at this point in our country. It does not. Even Indian guys to me look like bananas. Soft. Mushy.
So do you think there would be if he was instead of being Indian, he was, say, from Afghanistan American?
I think we've projected that enough to where if you are Afghanistan, we're going to probably just give you more respect. I think just on a visual basis, and just to put it out there, I follow a lot of Asian stuff, and I love watching Mongols fight each other, and they project pure toughness. Just to put that out there, by the way, so they do wrestling and stuff, and when you see those guys. They're not like the other Asians, you know what I mean?
I'm just curious to see what the energy would be on the right or the left when they would get into the political arena of being raised here in this country. What that looks like.
Yeah, but America makes you so it just does. It makes you so soft in a lot of ways when you come from another country. A lot of times, unless your country's bringing an edge to you, and a lot of citizens around the world have beat those people down so much, man.
They're gonna raise you to try to be extra respectful, to not. Waves, or not to talk loud, be bend with the actual group, but you still understand what your culture is, just because you're trying to assimilate into a different culture.
But you're still not only that. Put it this way: when we see like Hawaiians, Marshall Island people that come from those areas, and they play football, they project tough, they project strong.
Now that's different to me,
right?
Because they're gonna have a resistance up in them. There's a resistance in them.
And I'm gonna tell you, when I see what's those fighters, Muay Thai? When I see those Muay Thai fighters down in Southeast Asia, I'm good. All right, you got it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all got it down there. Them Vietnamese and people see.
There's a resistance in them.
Y'all got it. Yeah, but a lot of times
I don't know if they have enough room for them on the right to project out, maybe in background, but not to be, put to
not in the foreground.
To be a possible candidate, because that's the thing. Do they have room to incorporate maybe the people that have the same ideals that they have, but can they project these ideals to be fluid in different representations of the American experience? You know, not try to wash Vivek into whiteness, because that's what they're trying to do. Wash him in whiteness. It didn't have him project out as this brown, projecting brown, black type of man to America. Like, yeah, you could do it too, because we're not going to feel it. We're not feeling that. That doesn't track.
Nah, I think on the right, I think Vivek will start to annoy a lot of white men.
That's what I'm saying. Because you're gonna be.
I've already heard some conversations about it from some white guys,
telling them what they should do and what they have to do and all this kind of stuff.
It's tricky.
Yeah,
it's tricky,
you know. And, hold on, bro. Like, what? I beg your pardon. You telling us what we need to do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, not all, but I've heard some conversations, and some it's starting now, basically, really after the debate, where I heard a few guys, just not a lot of people, just kind of talk about a little bit of annoyance. He's a little bit annoying, and I'm just like, that's an interesting way of receiving the information from him. So okay,
right.
And it could be his size, it could be his pitch of his the way he pitches his voice. It could be, you know what I'm saying. Body language plays a lot of. I think body language plays some of that into it.
It goes from being, you can go from intelligent to brash and new.
Yes, and to a little bit too animated,
to uppity, arrogant, and conceited in a heartbeat.
It's tricky. It is
very tricky, bro.
Yeah.
Very
Ron
tricky.
DeSantis is dealing with it as well.
Exactly.
He has to figure out how he wants to project when he goes international, when he goes national. He has to figure it out, because like I said, Trump has skewed things so much that it can be a challenge when you're seeing him and how he's moving around. Because even I think even Sean Hannity was like, y'all got to smile more. I mean, that's a silly thing to kind of say, but it's a big deal, you know.
But I'm saying, before you to even have a real conversation with Trump, you got to allow him leeway to just lie to you in your face. So you got to allow him to just bullshit you, and he
wants you to bend the knee first.
He bends reality, so he bends the room to his reality function. Like the room terraforms when he gets in there. So I give him that. It does, and you got to bend to it. The only other person I see that doesn't done it is really, literally, is Joe Biden. That's the reason why it made it so. That's the reason why it was like, damn,
it was pretty funny.
He like, because he was like, I think they said, yo, we could have a didn't he like have something like, yo, we be in a street fight or something. It was some kind of craziness that they said.
I take you behind the shed and shoot you or beat you up or something.
He said you're soft.
You know, it's funny you say, you know what, you're right. I just thought about that. I remember when he said that I would take Trump behind the shed. And a lot of politicians would have said that it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have worked. I would give you that. It would probably have came off a little bit too offensive, and you shouldn't be saying that. And
right.
But Joe has a wide lane to talk crazy because of the 40-year history that he has.
Yeah, it's his political career and how he is, basically his personality has been.
Because they ran him late, right?
They did run him late. Yeah,
they ran him late because they knew it was over.
Yeah, it was no way that they were going to be able to win without him being in the primaries. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way. I don't think he really wanted to run. I don't think he really wanted to run and probably figure out.
They probably ran the number. They probably ran the numbers and said, "We looked at everything."
Yeah. You remember that's what I was saying. Like, the only way they're going to be able to do this, man. And then I said that Kamala's going to have to be his vice president. She's going to have to be his vice. Yeah.
You mean again, second term?
No, I'm talking about the first time when they were trying to get him out there, you know, because this is like
she would solve to me. She would, and I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me. She would solve the progressive problem.
Right.
Regardless of her politics.
And then not only that, kind of even if this is not happening, it can make it look like it's happening about getting Black women appointed to federal judgeships.
Yes.
These are like, I'm saying that these are like real sisters, like Adolph's women, by the way. You know, from slave states, from whole slave states.
But I think things like that gives the white progressive women and men what they want.
Yeah, it gives them that energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't like Joe Biden. Jim Crow Joe, he's problematic. but he's done some things. He's been pushed to the progressive side to do some things to where he's kept his promises, at least on trying to get some of those things accomplished. Is basically how you look at it. There's no denying it. You know.
Yeah, they're using black women specifically.
But can you
cover?
But can you admit that there's no denying it, that he said that he was going to do these things, and he did those things when he was promising on the stump, right? Would you admit that?
I would have to go back through everything, but I will say that he has done a few things. Yeah,
the Black Supreme Court Justice, right?
Yes.
Passing the
VP,
infrastructure bill, getting that
infrastructure
done,
bill,
getting people out, getting us out of Afghanistan, getting us out of there. Right?
Getting out of Afghanistan.
It was messy, right? He promised these things. Now people were looking at him like, "Oh no, Joe!" Like, "Hey, man, oh, it was messy." He did it though. I mean, I'm just saying.
We had to pull up online and see everything that they've passed. But yeah, that's he definitely did that. Yeah.
Those are the big things. I'm saying these are the big things, though. These are
I feel like there's a few other ones that I'm not thinking of right now. But yeah, those are some of the major ones. Yeah.
Right. All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's finish this on out, and then we can drop the link, and then get 30 minutes and 45 minutes. We're gonna be here all day, y'all. Maybe 4:30. I gotta jump. So.
South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley kicked off her presidential campaign. She took a dig at both Biden and Trump, who, by the way, if he runs and wins, would start his second term at 80 years old.
We'll have term limits for Congress. And mandatory mental competency tests for politicians over 75 years old.
Man, I don't care about none of that stuff.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce.
Oh, man.
You don't like
Texas
Nikki,
Senator
man?
Ted
Nikki
Cruz
cool.
told CNN, Biden is plainly diminished, far below the threshold needed to be a functioning and effective president, which does raise an interesting question. What is the threshold needed to be a functioning and effective president? Short answer, there is none. There's certainly no upper age limit. There's a minimum, you have to be at least 35 years old to run, but there's no maximum. And the US Constitution is actually incredibly permissive in terms of who is allowed to run for the highest office in the land. You could theoretically even run from jail if you want, and win, and serve. No, the single greatest protection against electing a president who is too old is the electorate itself. Voters decide who's fit for office. But it gets way trickier once you're actually in office. There are the yearly physicals.
This time for President Biden, this right here, results of his annual physical. He had it this morning, lasted several hours.
Man,
every year this has become a
trust
kind of
those
political
things.
sideshow. The annual visit to the doctor, where the president's physical, mental, even emotional.
There's no way.
No way.
Usually the results sound like this.
In summary, the president's overall health is excellent.
Right.
His cardiac performance during his physical exam was very good.
Absolutely
the results
not.
of President Barack Obama's second physical since taking office are in, and the news is good. Obama's doctor
but we don't know how to really define it, though. We're not really defining it.
Free.
And after Biden's most recent physical this past February, the doctor said this: the president remains fit for duty and fully executes all of his responsibilities without any exemptions or accommodations.
I need a third party.
He's healthy. And
these are the same people that said Trump was healthy. He eats McDonald's every day and drinks Coca-Cola.
Every day, cholesterol
and is
out
overweight.
Out the wazoo.
Right,
it's ridiculous.
But that was concluded to be normal wear and tear on his spine. But
normal wear and
what
tear.
do Americans think?
According to a recent Reuters poll, some 86% of Americans said they believe there should be a cutoff age of 75 for serving as president.
It's been widely reported that Biden, though he takes a lot in good humor, actually gets quite annoyed whenever he's criticized for his age. It's even been said those little jogs on the White House lawn maybe are more for show than they are a sign of Biden actually being in a hurry. But the Biden camp is absolutely clear on this issue. The test of whether the president is capable of being president is watching the president be president. Biden's supporters say he's stable, a steady hand who, with age brings wisdom, experience, and who isn't exactly slowing down. Here's a recent exchange between CNN's Jake Tapper and Biden himself.
Democratic voters overwhelmingly like you, but one poll shows that almost 2/3 of Democratic voters want a new nominee in 2024, and the top reason they gave was your age. So what's your message to Democrats who like you, who like what you've done, but are concerned about your age and the demands of the job?
Well, they're concerned about whether or not I can get anything done. Look what I've gotten done. Name me a president in recent history that's gotten as much done as I have in the first 2 years. Not a joke. May not like what I got done.
Right, but did
the vast
you do
majority
it?
of the American people do like.
I mean, it's a fact.
And so it's a matter of.
I got to do more
can you do
research.
So is Joe Biden
You
too
go back and
old
look at
to
it, and then
run
we'll
for
compare and
re-election?
contrast. We'll
I've
do
been
that.
a little lazy.
We'll go back and do that.
Whether it's, as Biden himself admits, a genuinely legitimate question or just a political cheap shot to undermine him, at least two things are true. One, that for many left-leaning voters, his age won't be a factor because given the choice between, say, Biden and Trump, like how did I see a supporter put it? The only thing worse than an 82-year-old president is a Republican one. Whether his age factors in at all
Boy, he's so,
in his decision to
this
run,
Asian dude is so to the left.
win,
It's funny to see him
serve,
like this, man.
it will undoubtedly shape his presidency in sometimes subtle, sometimes explicit ways. Everything from how he campaigns, what jobs his running mate would take on, and even his travel schedule in a potential second term. That is the simple reality of aging that we all grapple with. How well Biden can handle that reality, as he often says, we'll just have to watch.
Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
Music drives culture. It also makes money. A lot of.
Yeah. So that's it on that. So yeah, you go ahead and drop.
That's fair. It's already in there. That's fair, but that's fair enough, though, right? That's fair. That's fair as far as it. The thing is, they ran these polls. I don't know who you're polling, but they're talking about 75% of, I guess, is it Democratic voters, the actual voters? I heard that already before, but it's just a poll, so I don't know how much stock I can really put in it.
I will repeat. I don't think he should run. I do not.
I don't know if you should have laws in place for the competency stuff. I think that opens up a can of worms for maybe some other things. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that would go down. That would evolve to voting. That would shift down. It would go downstream.
Yeah, because Vivek and some of these right wingers are talking about tests and you need to do this. I'm like, hold up. You're not a Republican if you're talking about. You're not an American. Forget the Republican.
Right.
If you're talking about what are we doing now with the voting? I mean, he said he was on I think it was Tim Pool or whatever show he was on. They're all agreeing like, yeah, we should have all these rules before you can vote to incentivize. Nah, I thought the argument was to get more people to vote. Like I thought that was the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Only half the country votes as it is, something like that, 50%, whatever it is, 55%. So I thought that was a weird conversation to have. I'd be like, man, what is this?
Man, we'll go back to salary requirements and
right,
all
that
type of shit.
So that's what we need.
That's
I'm like, Vivek is dog whistling so hard. I'm like, bro, you're not a white nationalist. Like, what are you talking about?
Why can't he be?
I mean, he can be whatever he wants. He's free. He's American. Be whatever he wants.
He is an American.
BMT, don't come up here with your trolling, bro.
I'm not coming over here trolling. I'm actually being an American.
Don't do your trolling stuff, bro.
I'm not trolling. I'm being an
American.
I'm being an American.
Whatever, bro.
Just being an American. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, I get it. He's a young guy. He's quick at the tongue. He has fire in his belly. He wants to
salesman.
Spin.
Who
you know what I'm saying? Talking about Vic. Victory.
He should change his name to Vic Ramis or something. That'll be smart.
That would be pretty cool. But you know the thing about I noticed, like, I've seen people of his background when they come into America, they usually start wearing the polo shirts, or when they start getting into the collar jobs, you see them start trying to hide subtly their cultural stuff and try to integrate like the cars, the clothes, the type of people they'll hang with, like like white, blonde hair, blue eyed people, and all that stuff. They want to fit in, like Harold and Kumar. It's like the Harold and Kumar effect. So they will do that. You see, you get that analogy, like what I'm saying, like that's what they will do. So that way, hey, I'm American just like you, and I love the red, white, and blue and apple pie, and I'm like, okay. You know what? If you're willing to kill off your soul of your culture to serve us, then go ahead. Come on. You want to get
I
some
want
out
to.
of
You know
you.
what though? I do want to see. I do want to see it though.
Hold on, Paradox. Hold on.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing about you, BMT, is that you can contradict yourself in mid-sentence better than anybody that I know. And I got love for you, man. Yeah, clearly,
that's right.
Clearly, you a Black American too. You're a Geechee Black American. Eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you using my race as a weapon? Are you using my ethnicity as a weapon?
Weaponizing your race?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. He's using it. He's weaponizing it against me on the platform.
Absolutely. I'm using it as a
weapon.
Absolutely. You can't shame me with that.
Okay, I get it. I can't shame you with it. But when I'm on that platform representing America, I have to learn how to put that in the put that in the drawer and say, okay, I'm representing America. So I have to have that hindsight. That's why I wasn't too hard on Obama and me and Paradox had that conversation when they were like, so what are you going to do about reparations? They threw it at you, Obama. You know what, Obama? I get it. It's not, you got a family, you got a wife, you got 2 girls, and you got a little dog. They know after 8 years, your ass is grass after you hit that, you sign that check, bro. You might don't do it, Obama. It's not.
You got love for Obama, right? Got love for Mr. Obama.
Who, me?
Yeah, you got love for him.
Obama showed you how to play the game.
That's what he did. He just showed how to play the game. He showed how to play the game. He didn't go crazy. Right. I wasn't expecting him to say Negroes. That's not his job. His job was to say, hey, you can't make an excuse that one of us didn't get in. So that was the job. He did it. He got in. He showed. He got one.
No argument for me on that one. Yeah, there's no argument on me.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. If I did it, you can do it. Go to Harvard and everything. Absolutely.
No, I didn't say all that, but
that's what he stood for. They use. That's what they use him as. They said, "Well, y'all had Obama. What's your excuse?"
Absolutely.
Who uses him for that though? That's
America.
No. Not just
Come
America.
on now.
Don't set the trap. Why are you setting the trap?
We know the ones that really. We know the ones that actually. We know the ones that actually use that and weaponize that now. Come on now.
Let Renaissance Man get in here before y'all start going back and forth.
I'm ready.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? No, I was gonna say, Paradox. Taking back a little bit on your comment on Sanders. See, my thought is she doesn't fit that profile. Like if you look at the prominent GOP women, the Marsha Blackburns, the Lauren Boeberts, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, even the Nikki Haley's, like the Sarah Palin, the what was that woman's name? Michelle Bachmann.
Michelle Bachmann.
They all fit that, almost that Stepford wife type of. She don't quite fit that, and I don't think you can do that in the GOP. I really don't.
I know. I agree with. That's why I brought it up actually, because of what you just said.
To the right, man.
I think that
can't get out your own way.
I think that MGT I think broadly she would struggle, and the same with Sarah Palin and Michelle and the rest of them. I think, and again, like I told you, it's kind of a free open thought. I'm just thinking that.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert, they're I'm talking about more just like the look and the aesthetic. Now,
okay, facts. I got you. Yes, I got you. My bad.
Are very problematic when you start talking about appealing to these suburban women.
Yeah, she's not Fox News enough. I got you. She don't got that Fox News look. I got you.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even. I'm glad you said that. I didn't even think about that part. I totally forgot about that part. I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, they don't have that. Exactly. Exactly.
Man, you just add another layer to my thinking on that. Damn.
Honestly, I was surprised. I mean, I guess I'm not, because I mean, in a governor's race, you can probably get enough. You're not a national figure, so you can just play on your daddy's, political connections
for sure,
get you where you need to go.
For sure, that's exactly what she did. Absolutely.
But nationally, you even saw that with Clinton. Like, Hillary Clinton under Bill Clinton that first time, she was a little bit too, out there for I think suburban women.
Yeah,
if you
she played that card bad. Yeah.
You see that documentary, they're like, they kind of pushed her to the back a little bit, and had her in like a Christmas picture and like, hey, I'm gonna go bake some cookies type of deal. You got there's a tight line to walk for a white woman.
Hillary made a massive mistake. I will tell you this though, the reason why I like Huckabee is because Hillary, when did anyone see her on what's the Jew show? The big show on the radio, the goofy boy, the tall lanky one, Howard Stern, right? Did anyone see her? Did you ever see her interview on Howard Stern?
I have not.
When she was running, you mean?
Yes. No, this after she lost. This after the fact, I think. This after the fact.
I didn't see the one after she lost. I saw the one before she lost.
Okay. When you see her in that interview, the first thing I said was, "That's the woman who wins the presidency." That person right there.
Yeah.
And even Howard noticed it, and the first thing she said was, "I can't be like that," which is a mistake, of course. But she believed that she had to be the character that she was.
Yeah.
But yeah, she played that card terribly, though. It seems that they don't really know. They seem not to know what white women are for some reason. Am I lost on that?
Well, I think it's all people, in the sense of, like, with America, to your greater point, is that it is rare that you have a candidate. Hillary Clinton, she is very accomplished. She knows policy very well. She knows how to move through government, but she doesn't have.
And she likes to kill people, so she's perfect.
Yeah, but
I think she's an amazing politician at times.
But but to my point though, she's not a people it's rare. Like, Bill Clinton fell into that line of where you could be a very good politician and you like, person, but he knew what he was doing policy wise. Like Bill Clinton, same thing. Obama could do that too. Obama had that. Hey, I can be a people person, charisma, but I can also school you on policy all day.
Yeah, that stoicism is part of the. I think what you said earlier, Paradox. That's the perfect thing, to have that kind of steely kind of reserve in you, to where you can still be empathetic but still make the hard decision.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. It's
hard to have it in one person.
But it's hard for a woman in America to project it.
Yeah, that's a man trait. That's a man trait, period.
And Hillary failed at it, and many other women who ran failed at it because they're not understanding women. Yeah. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't know if white women
and maybe I'm missing that when I say that. I am saying it in ignorance, obviously. I just don't know. The reason I was using Huckabee as an example of what type of woman can sort of, find that what we're talking about.
Well, can we? Well, I mean, I would argue, isn't a black woman in a better position to walk that tightrope than a white woman?
Hell no.
That's interesting.
Wait, why?
No. Hold. Let Renaissance Man finish that thought. Hold up.
No. The reason I say that is that with black women and the way they're stereotyped in America, there's already a level of aggressiveness that people expect.
Mm-hmm.
Things that if a white woman does, that she's going to be called a bitch, things like that. So I actually think it's a little bit easier for a black woman to play that role. Like, I mean, Kamala Harris is not. I say she's good on policy, but she's not good at like campaigning.
It didn't work though.
It didn't. Correct. It did not work. But I'm saying I think she's closer to it than Clinton was. As far as striking that balance.
No. Like, so I'm gonna say like this. Like,
go ahead.
I would look at I would rather the white woman be the forefront, like the breaker of the ice. Let her take all the damage and the blows, and if she fucks up, she fucked up the world. Don't let the black woman take no more damn blunt. Like, we've already seen.
No, I'm not saying they should. I'm saying, like, if you look at how they present it.
Let me say, like, we've already seen what happened. Like, and I like Condoleezza Rice. I loved how she moved. She got a lot of stuff done. But I mean, shit, it wasn't like she was getting much protection. Oh, yeah, Condoleezza, I'm like, but she's articulate. She's like trilingual. She's very diplomatic, and she knew her policies. But however,
if she runs, what does it look like? We're talking about running for office.
Right. No, but I'm saying like there's a reason why she didn't want to take it because they were going to chew her ass up. They were going to chew her ass up. Like she was like, nah, let the men have that. Let the men have that.
Wait, Paradox. What about if you paid attention to the race in Florida? What about Val Demings? She may have struck it. She may have been someone who talks about it.
Okay.
Like, she had enough to come off as like graceful as a woman, but then she had enough of that, you know. Hey, I ride a bike. I used to be the police chief. Like, you don't want to mess with like.
I'm not ready to serve under no woman. I'm not ready to serve under no woman. Y'all can have that. I'm ready to opt out the world.
You don't already? You don't already?
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Y'all can die.
Sure about that?
Y'all can die. Y'all can die on that plantation. Y'all can die on that plantation.
I need to come hang out with you. I need to see this. I need to see this strong black man. I need to see this one.
Don't get him compromised, man. Don't compromise that brother.
Nah, he's cool when he come on down to the cantina. He has fun when he come on down to the cantina. So would y'all feel more empowered with a black woman running the country? Would y'all feel more? Oh God, we've never. Yeah, I do. I you know what? Would other countries honestly respect a black woman running this country?
I mean, they didn't respect Obama. So I don't know if that stuff kind of matters. We're just talking about who can win.
Wait, they didn't respect
the people who are running. I mean,
I think that's where I'm at.
Wait,
too.
Really?
They didn't give Obama that kind of respect.
Internationally, Obama is still one. I believe the most popular person in the world. Like, he got a lot of people that it was.
I would just say this real quick. I could be mistaken, and it could be propaganda, but I thought some of the dignitaries in Europe and the Chinese people, the Chinese president, they had made some negative comments about him. That's what I was thinking about.
I thought he was loved in Europe.
They thought he was soft. They thought he was too soft.
Especially after Bush.
I could be wrong. I could be getting the critiques I'm coming from could be from what people are saying.
And I know
people are speaking
comparison to Trump.
I didn't like all that bowing shit. All that bowing and stuff. That was too much pandering. All that bowing and stuff. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You America. Why are you bowing down to all these motherfuckers, dude? Like, how you bow too much and apologize?
Renaissance man, my opinion is being influenced from the right. And what they,
the right. I went to college when Obama was in office, and I heard people on the right, "Oh, he's apologizing too much."
America don't apologize.
This.
I apologize. I'm being influenced by the right when I say.
What's going on, fellas?
America doesn't apologize.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Val Demings.
Yes.
Yeah, that was me.
Hell no.
Uh-oh.
Hell no.
Break it down.
Wait, what's the problem about Demings?
Yeah, what's the issue?
Don't study now, left. Don't study now, Democrat.
I watched her debate with Marco Rubio.
And she messed him up in that debate. She did him in.
No, she spent the whole time trying to talk to him like he was a black dude. She tried to mommy him the whole debate.
Yeah,
no policy whatsoever. Just trying to mommy Marco Rubio the whole debate.
I disagree on that.
I don't think white men are gonna let her get up there. And she lost badly. She got whipped by Marco Rubio on election night.
Here's the thing. My problem with that is you look at Florida. Look at how bad DeSantis is doing right now. Like, Florida is a place, if you were in the GOP, you are going to win right now. Like, if you got an R in front of your name, you got it's like Herschel Walker in Georgia. Like, these people.
Okay, but Andrew Gillum almost beat him.
That's true.
Yeah, but what was that? 28.
And if Charlie Crist don't know if he's a Democrat or Republican, that's why he got whipped. That's one of the reasons he got whipped.
So we got to just get Gilmore then. Fuck, we're slipping in. All right.
Nah, I was gonna say with Gillum. I'm saying where the state has gone politically now since DeSantis has gotten in power. Like, it seems like it's almost impossible for a Democrat to win, unless these storms and stuff just change people's minds and they see, hey, letting all these immigrants leave was the wrong move, and
Have you been watching the news, Renaissance?
Say again.
Have you been watching news how they've been treating DeSantis? Like, they be booing the shit. They be booing the shit out of him at them damn meetings, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it doesn't translate to the ballot box.
But
That's
I
my
would say
question.
I would say overall, I think he's doing a great job right now in Florida with the hurricane. So
Yeah,
that's gonna wash out some of the booing that he's getting from the left when he's
Most
talking about
likely, yeah.
the poor person, the people who got shot in that sad incident.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you
Yeah,
why.
you're right about that.
One thing about black people is that if you stand in it, though, we may not like you, we may boo you. I'm not totally sure we're gonna really hate you though. So he went there and took the boos and still spoke, even though it was
That's
empty.
true.
He still did it though.
Fair enough.
I mean, politically speaking.
Yeah, he took them licks. He did take them
He
licks
took
in
the
that
licks.
hall.
Took the licks.
I'll give him that. Well, that's a man. That's a man.
That's a man. Okay.
But
There you go. There you go with that shot.
Hold on, man. I'm just listening.
Look, and then Mike V taking he taking his jab in the comments.
I see him in the comments. I see him in the comments.
He got to be cracking up.
That's how the Democratic House work. They take jabs subtly, and then they'll keep throwing shots at you.
Yeah, but he right though. That sword dancing was gay. It was funny.
But you know what? Yeah, it was. Goddamn.
Wait, paradox too. The other thing was with Vivek. See, you were saying that people will see him. I think people may see that, but I think the thing with Vivek, his real appeal is that he will talk his shit no matter what audience he's in front of.
He keeps going.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you're a Republican, Democrat. He will talk the same shit that he talks. I wish he was a white guy. I'll just say that.
That's interesting.
He said, "Better friends."
You want me to be honest, right?
That won't work. That will not work for a white. I mean, that will not work for a white.
You're probably on to that. You probably on to something. But you're probably right.
You can't go say Juneteenth is a worthless holiday as a white guy.
Right.
Like,
That's what I was about to say, boy. Yeah, that's political.
Big can say it. Big can say it. He's gonna be like, "Why do we have this holiday anyway? We're American." And I'll be like, But you do have to be careful speaking for somebody else in politics. I will say that. I think you got to be a little bit careful with that.
I mean, is he viewed as an outsider though? Like when you look
is he viewed as an outsider?
Well, the reason I say that
he say he is, but I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I think success kind of is like, winning cures everything. I think the fact that he's been so successful, do people really say, "Oh, he's an outsider," or he's a winner, so I'll follow him? Now I think the Trump doctrine will say yes. I don't think that I think him trying to run on the Trump doctrine is very dangerous. That's all, in my opinion. But you are right though.
He don't have the time in like for
I think Trump couldn't run on Trump doctrine if he didn't have the time in. So I agree with you on that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like he's too young, and they're gonna be like, "So, what's your pedigree accolades you done as an American?" But regardless of you got them die hard. They just see a Turker cowhead running as a president. That's what they say.
And BMT, you don't think his credentials cancel any of that out? Like the fact that is he almost a billionaire?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Renaissance man.
We go by optics, and like how Paradox and DC said about seeing an Asian politician. I'll never forget that video where that Asian politician in California, he had to open up his shirt and show his scars to prove how American he was. I'm like, God damn, like, okay, you know what? You can talk your shit in this hall now. You can talk your shit now.
If you're Vivek, my response would be, I've lived the American dream. I've done everything that Americans aspire to. That would be. I wouldn't have to pull up my. That's what I think. America is one of those places that if you have enough success, people will just look past. I mean, look at Bobby Mandel in Louisiana.
True.
That's playing dangerous, man.
Can I ask you this, Renaissance man? If you had to rank some of the big things in politics, where would you put culture?
How do you define culture?
Would you American culture, like just the how America moves from a cultural perspective, meaning that maybe a white guy can say X, Y, and Z because of the culture, and a black guy can say X, Y, and Z because of the culture of America, how it sort of runs through different regions in the country. Like, do you rank that like number one, like very, very high, meaning that culture can trump success, or would you put success over that? Like, if you had to kind of rank a few of those things.
Success over it. I think America is like about money and business, and I think that's
we're talking politics, right? We're talking
yeah. I think that's
politics.
part of
Okay.
Because I think what you're saying is, hey, take the success away from Trump. Is he as popular as he is? I don't even think it's even. I think he loses a lot of popularity. I think it is the fact. I think it's what he's saying coupled with the fact of, hey, I'm a billionaire, so you know I'm what you aspire to be. I think it's those combined that make him so lethal.
Okay.
Same thing with Elon.
Right. You bring a fair point on that.
Yeah,
like, because they looked at it as, oh shit, we got a billionaire on the average Joe's team, and he's going to help us level whatever playing field that he was supposed to level. So a lot of people say, okay, I'm making money. So that's what was kept on being echoed throughout that, hey, we're making money. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I get that shit. Fuck it. I don't like him, but I want the money.
Trump was a media star well before he ran for president. Okay, got to remember he was on TV.
That's true.
No, I get. I'm not. Yeah, I get that. But like, I was like, I've seen the commercials. I've seen the Home Alone video. I've seen all the stuff with Trump. So, I mean, granted, I mean, I'm like, you know what? It's a rich white man, old white man, but he's talking about money, and I like money.
Yeah, but
I want to make money.
Most Americans aren't about that. The thing is, what are you going to do for them? Can you understand them? And most billionaires don't, because a lot of billionaires, including on both sides, Bloomberg and others, have ran before. Okay.
And Mark Cuban wants to put his toe in there, but he's scared.
But were they able to connect to people? Were they able to connect to people like Trump did?
Well, like the thing is, y'all keep forgetting. You guys keep talking about Trump as a businessman. You got. How long did Trump have his show on TV?
15 years, 12 years.
15 years. He was a media star already. People are already comfortable with him. They didn't care how rich he was. Yeah.
And I think also that people plugged into Trump. I think it was the opposite.
Yeah, they did plug into Trump because they see, basically he's been in their living rooms for 15 years. Okay,
absolutely,
he's comfortable. The thing is, the other people don't have that. They don't know who these people are. Okay,
Trump didn't have to come down anywhere. I think.
He was already part of the Washington
Americana.
Yeah, because he's been sitting in the balls. He's been sitting in the press
fun Jesse Jackson's campaign.
He did. But the thing is that Trump has run for president many times. That wasn't his first time running for president.
That's right. He did run.
They would ask that man to run president in the 80s. It seemed like.
Yeah. He ran for president at least three times before at least three times that I know of. Okay. So the thing is that just because you have money, that doesn't translate to you being elected. In fact, you having money is normally the opposite, because most Americans want a common man.
Renaissance, you have a thought on that? Don't go quiet on me. I guess he went quiet on me.
Well, the thing is that the thing is, and this is me evaluating Trump, because me and my mentor, Craig Hewlett, we had a big difference of opinion on this. Okay, about Trump, right? Okay. One, the Republican Party was decimated, especially since when what's his name, Jeb Bush quit. Okay. When Jeb Bush quit, they had nothing. The second thing is Trump made a foray because he was part of the media, right? Trump. People forget that in 2014, 2015, 2016, Trump was a media darling. Trump can go anywhere, open his mouth, and get attention. Okay. Without money. That's like if Trump can run without money. Okay, almost without money, right? Even though he had, after a while, you have to make.
You think he could have run as a Democrat?
He probably it'd been hard for him to run as a Democrat, but he probably could have run as a Democrat. But the thing is, who was he running against? Okay, the Democrat Party at that time with Bernie Sanders and Hillary were probably stronger than the Republican Party.
Yeah.
And the second thing is Trump decided to make a decision to tap into the deplorables that Hillary Clinton was talking about, the far right, that Sarah Palin crew that was kind of ousted. So he decided to tap into that, which is part of where he got his reputation, where he got his push from. Okay, so basically, me and Craig Healy, we had this big discussion about it. It's, there's two things. Okay, the negatives against Hillary Clinton that showed up in the election, the decimation of the Republican Party, and that he's the media darling. So it was a perfect storm for him. So, but that doesn't always translate. So
Well, yeah, if it's
one
no
doesn't translate. Go ahead.
if it's no Trump, I wonder, is Hillary a lock if she had to go up against Chris Christie or Jeb?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one because 'cause there was a lot of things that were
Yeah.
negative against Hillary that that we ain't that you guys are you guys are in the Beltway, so we can't really speak on what the negatives were about Hillary, even though we know what they are. We know what they are. We
Yeah.
just leave it at that. We know what they are, and I had a feeling that short of the Republican Party being absolutely decimated, there was going to be a way. Okay, that there was going to be a way. So, in my opinion, there's a reason I think Hillary lost, but she probably should have won, um, barring that because of her namesake, and and she did have a popular name, but for Trump, it was a perfect storm.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah. Definitely a perfect storm.
it's a perfect storm
No,
for
that's
Trump.
perfect.
And
Agreed.
what's his name? Rav is not nearly that. Rav, nobody really knows him for the most part. He's a smart guy. Let's not take that away from him. He's a smart guy. But the thing is, if you're gonna weave through this minefield we call the presidential race, you have to not step on landmines and make mistakes. And in my opinion, he's made far too many.
Well, where we are now is Joe Biden is not going to live long enough to run. So the question is, what are they going to do on the left?
Okay, okay. This is just see if this makes any sense to you. Okay, see if this makes any sense to you. Okay, if Joe Biden cannot run for whatever reason, I'm not saying that he ain't, because he says he is, so I have to believe that he is.
First black woman president. No, I'm joking.
No. I don't sure unless they really feel sorry for him and they actually put her in. I think their backup is RFK Jr. I think that's their backup.
Anybody got comments on that statement? Y'all done got quiet when BGS got up here.
I think,
I ain't no quiet to let people talk.
Yes, you got him. BGS, you done scared people off.
No. I think RFK is in the bullpen. That's because I said him that doesn't make sense, because you got the name. You would have run way before this if you're going to run. So why now? Okay.
When was the most recent? Have you heard any of his most recent interviews? You had time to look at that?
The last I heard of him was when he was in Congress, and I think that's the last time I've seen any of his stuff. Okay, I haven't seen any of his recent interviews. At least they haven't come across my feed. I'm sure they're there. I just haven't seen them.
He is right at this exact moment, and he is a Kennedy, so he'll do what he got to do, obviously. But right at this exact moment, I'm not sure if he's definitely not trying to align himself with where they are on the progressive left. So I
think he's trying to run.
I don't know how he is. I don't know what he's going to start talking about to shift himself, because he is talking he's having a different conversation than Democrats are at this moment.
Okay. Sometimes I don't even wonder where the Democrats actually are, because
I don't know. I'm still
they're all over the place, because that's because I'll say this about Biden. When he got in, I thought he was pragmatic, and I thought there was a lot of things that he would do. And for his first year, I was actually very pleased with Joe Biden. With the moves that he made, the policies he put up, all that stuff made sense right down the line. I said, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Makes sense. And then 2022 happened, and I said, what the? That's what I said. What the? Maybe there's something else to this. And then it got, then it started to make less sense. And I said, what the? So I've been what the WTH, man, from since 2022 on about the Democrats and Biden, and nobody's saying anything because it doesn't make sense.
His first year was pretty good.
His first, I can say, man, hands down, Biden's first year.
I'll give him that. His first year.
If the last 2 years were like Biden's first year, I would have no problem with Biden, because everything, as a pragmatic Democrat and pragmatic politician, everything he did to put the United States back on course to being solid made sense to me. The first year made absolute sense to me. Everything he did made absolute sense. The COVID thing, the investment in the United States, with the college, all that stuff made sense to me, right? the relief package, to try to solve the homeless crisis because of all the debt that had built up with the what they call it, not the realtors, but the landlords, okay, trying to make them whole,
Yeah, landlords,
and try to keep the homeless crisis from actually exploding, okay, that kind of stuff. Him getting out of Afghanistan and cutting that off. I said, okay, all this stuff makes sense, okay,
You
right
sound
down
like
the line.
DC right now.
Now, what I'm saying is the first year, I would agree with DC. The first year, DC can tell you, DC heard me. The first year, everything that Biden did made sense, right? And all of a sudden, in 2022, things started to separate. And I'm like, what's it like? I was flabbergasted. What the hell are you guys doing?
Well, I would just say that I think that some of the confusion as far as like the 2022 on out has to do with some of the restrictions and some of the blowback that he's receiving in Congress. That's what I would say.
Well, that's not my problem with him in the blowback he's receiving in Congress. That's not my problem.
If you're talking about the moves foreignly, then that's something totally different.
Wait, what did he do different from when he came in and now?
Okay.
You're talking about foreign policy.
Foreign policy is just man.
Right.
Foreign policy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's still connected to the committees that are basically ran by McConnell and the crew. It's still attached to that. How much money you giving up? What deals are being put in place? I know what you're talking about,
that's true. But what I'm saying is that this is a continuation of what went on with Obama. Okay, a lot of this stuff goes back to 2014, 2015, and even parts of 2016. And Trump wasn't for it. And then anyway, we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, the things that Trump did basically hurt on the domestic front, though, right or wrong.
Yeah. Some of the stuff he did, I thought he got better.
So if you're trying to move things to the future, then you have to accept some of the blows that you're going to accept foreignly. Now, not to say that there's a guarantee. There's no guarantees because you don't know how people are going to move.
Well, what has Biden done different foreignly outside of moving out of China and Ukraine support? That's been the main things in the foreign policy.
I would love to talk about it, but I don't think this is the forum to talk about it in. Okay. Because that you can read the headlines and it's all over the place about what's going on about that. It's all over the place. We can talk about that different form. What I'm saying is that, like me and Mike had this discussion about that, right? Because, like a lot of things that like Trump was doing, a lot of Biden continued, like the reshoring of jobs, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Reshoring the job started, it didn't start with Biden. It started with Trump, like the TSMC thing, right?
But that's something that Congress has all gotten on board in regardless. Like
come on, let somebody finish a statement.
But the thing is, it was a radical thought because a lot of progressives, a lot of lefts didn't like that shit because he had to give up a lot of tax breaks, and they were pissed about that. The tax breaks that he gave up to make number one, the international corporations bring the money back, the money that was overseas, and two, the reshoring the job. Onshore job. He talked about that constantly, man. I'm talking about Trump. Then, yeah. Because I remember that a lot of the lefties were pissed because
Trump knows the writing on the wall, though.
yeah. So there's things that they were, like I said, they're calling him an isolationist because he wanted
in rhetoric though.
I don't want to go down this road.
No, he was.
It's not rhetoric.
No, it wasn't rhetoric. I wish.
No, I'm saying like when you say reshoring, I'm saying like Mexico has been a hot destination.
So okay. Let me tell you this, okay? You know the TSMC plant that we're trying to build to actually bring chip manufacturing back to the United States. Remember that?
Yeah.
And Biden's on board with that, and Biden actually accelerated that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Trump initiated that. Okay.
Yep.
Trump initiated that.
Yeah, but I'm saying under Trump, it converged in that Democrats and Republicans.
Don't give him too much. Be careful. Don't give Trump too much credit because you're gonna freak out the internet.
No, you're not gonna freak me out. I'm just saying everyone got tough on China because of just the rising trade war.
The trade war started by Trump. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't started by.
No, you know what? Let's change. No, you're giving out too much. No,
okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
The only reason why I'm stopping you,
Okay, I'll stop.
The only reason, no. The only reason why is that you taking all my good stuff. I need.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me have all.
I did not. I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even talk about the details.
No. What I'm saying is that
you talked about
we
the
on the
porn
same.
stuff.
We on the same page. You actually
Okay.
shocked me a little bit. Actually, you shocked me a little bit.
Who me? Me? How did I shock you?
Yeah. You got some information. I'm gonna let you. We're gonna hold you. I'm gonna let you keep that. Let's not.
No. What I'm saying is, I've been telling you guys, man. When I say I'm an amoral pragmatist when it comes to politics, I mean that. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Taking all my good points, man.
Okay, all right. What I'm saying is that we had the discussion.
Hold on. Now I asked you like about. I know about 4 shows ago.
What?
If you had to pick a side, yes. If you had to pick a side,
he said he going left.
What you lean, and you said that
51.
Grudgingly, it's 51. Okay, then BGS. But what is 51? Though? What is 51?
The election.
It's the slight majority. Yeah,
that's the election.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but yeah, I get it. I get it.
But it was gun to my head, gun to your head. You have to make a choice, right? That's what you said. That was you said. Gun to my head, make a choice, flip a coin, make a choice.
Now, but the thing is that he did give you Robert Kennedy to get the left in check.
And we already talked about Robert.
I said he's a backup. You said what happens if he can't run? I think he's a backup.
And what did he do after I said he was going to go rogue? What did he actually end up doing the next week after?
Who RFK?
Robert. We talking about Junior, correct?
Yeah. I mean, no. What I'm saying is this: Robert is. We're still early. The Robert is fine. He just needs to tap. He needs to tap into.
We're talking about the DNC here. Didn't he crash out?
Did
he crash out?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. But remember something: if Biden is too sick to run, they're gonna have to make some hard choices, though. That's all. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I asked if you asked me what's a backup plan if Biden cannot run, because Biden cannot run. The Democratic Party is done.
No, they're not. They're not done.
They're not done. They going progressive?
They're not done.
Who's next?
I just talked about it.
I didn't hear it.
We talked about it. So now we going back to
no, just real quick.
Hold on. I got 3 people.
Okay.
I got 3 people.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you laughing.
No, who's first?
Now this
who's first?
Hold on.
Bro, you know Beto O'Rourke is a crazy option. So.
Hold on.
Okay.
Beto O'Rourke. Because I think nationally. Hold on. Nationally.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
It's so funny. Why are you laughing?
It's just funny when you say he has a funny name.
Curious.
That's all. He has a
funny
name.
I'm curious. No, BGS is laughing. Why are you laughing about
that? Beto O'Rourke?
Yeah.
Really?
Why are you laughing about it?
Make the
case. I'm asking.
Make the case. Make the case.
No, I already did. I'll do that later. I don't have to make.
What did he say? What did he say?
No. Listen.
I'm gonna take your guns
nationally. No. Don't do that. Don't come with the cheat.
Okay. He did say that.
Baby. Hold on.
We'll keep it professional.
He has a financial plan in place. Basically, he knows. Hold on. He knows how to deal with the right because he's dealt with them. You got to remember, he wasn't part of the state legislature in Texas as far as dealing with Republicans that surrounded him in his district. He knows how to work with the right. He knows how to work with them. He's not talking about taking guns away, by the way. Not at all. In El Paso, right, where he's from, he rejuvenated their school systems there.
Okay.
They had we admit they do have an actual immigration problem there, right? A drug problem there, right?
Okay.
He helped fix some of that.
Okay.
Not perfect, but got it to where it could be peaceful, where you're going to have all these killings and back and forth going on there, this, not other. So he knows how to deal. Hold on. He knows how to deal with really serious situations that are basically national. These are national issues, by the way, that are not just happening in Texas. These are happening in major states all around the country.
Okay.
California, Illinois, Florida, New York. These hotbed places to where he can run nationally. I'm not saying that he can beat and run in Texas. Texas is something different. A national stage, if he gets put out the right way, because he's young, he's energetic. Hold on, he's young, he's energetic. He has a lot of energy. He has personality.
People say he reminds him of Bobby Kennedy.
A lot of people like him. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to win the first time around, but I could see him being a strong
Okay,
candidate.
we're talking about for the next cycle. We're talking about
the next cycle. It has to be somebody that's familiar.
Okay,
better work doesn't have no juice right now.
No. He could be vice president. He could be vice. He could be vice.
Kamala's vice president.
No, but I was just about to get to Kamala.
Okay, I'll be fair to Pedro work. He could be vice president.
As a Republican, I would never be voting for that. I mean, you can't even pull me over there. Throw his name out there.
So where's
get out of here with that?
Where's to run? You have to have some kind of juice. Where's his juice?
That's what I'm saying. He has the juice, man. Did you see him speak at the Democratic convention in 2016?
I saw it.
And that didn't generate no juice.
You know what? Pull it up. Go to YouTube and pull it up.
No, you're 100% right. I mean, people said he reminded them of Bobby Kennedy. He has the charisma and he has all of that.
Pull up his video, bro.
Yeah, he has charisma. The thing is, are we talking about this election? Or talking about 4 years from now?
It doesn't matter, honestly.
No, because I don't know. Because we're talking about this upcoming election. Does Beto O'Rourke have the juice to actually run for president right now?
DC, let me ask you this while you pulled that up. Can you somewhat articulate what the Democratic Party is, where it's at right now? Just a big broad, kind of like we know the right is the right is the Trump party. That's locked.
It's a white nationalist.
It's a white nationalist party.
Right. That's
right.
the
Support white men if you want to maintain your culture here. Absolutely.
The party it has too many hats. So there are fractions within the Democratic Party that.
But if you gave it an overall, you don't have anybody can answer this. If you just gave it an overall sort of, if you could give it something, what would you kind of put it in? Because there's lots of hats in both parties. But what do you see it as? A progressive, left wing?
No.
Party overall? Is it a conservative? Warmongering? Like, give me something.
It's a neoliberal party from the top to the bottom. No doubt about it.
Yeah, that's close enough.
I agree.
That's the power base.
Yes, yeah.
That's the power base.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's fueled by identity politics, but the power.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
The neoliberalism basically runs the party. It does.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's why I said that Biden had a chance to win, because that's how you get moderates over from the right to kind of squeeze on that. That's how you get them.
And you think Beto O'Rourke is a miniature Biden, a younger Biden?
No, I said that he has enough energy. Think about the Republican nominees right now, for instance, right? If we were talking about we got to put this into play, right? DeSantis, come on, man. Now, if you put DeSantis up against the person that I'm thinking about, and this is going to be a hard sell, Gavin Newsom. Gavin got things going on right now, but Gavin, I mean,
he looks like a porn star.
BGS,
I got you.
He does.
Oh
he does.
my God.
He does.
I watch too much porn though.
BGS knows this. He's been able to run a very volatile state that deals with a lot of economic issues.
Very successful state.
Regular basis, and he's dealing with those big immigration policies right now.
He is, but right now. But the thing is, you got to remember, California, as far as the Democrats, have a machine, and the machine, he runs off the machine more than his own personality.
That's what I'm saying. He's connected to the neoliberal side of the Democratic Party. That's the power base. That's what I mean by that. If you want to talk about a smooth transition, is what I'm saying. From Biden to Gavin.
Gavin was not going to translate very well nationally.
You didn't say Gavin, by the way, BGS. You didn't say. You said RFK. Did you want to change it to Gavin or no?
No, Gavin
right now.
Gavin Newsom doesn't have the charisma to actually pull it off, man. He looks good. He's pragmatic as far as how he runs.
RFK is last in this.
Hold on. What I'm saying,
I want to break down Gavin real quick. Just give me 1 second.
But RFK has what? RFK, the Kennedy name is royalty in this country. Okay. The name alone,
but
gives
they're
you juice.
denouncing him. They're denouncing his own family is denouncing him.
They could denounce him as far as they want. When public sees Kennedy, it's almost embedded in their mind as an icon, as an archetype, right?
Well, Mike V made a great point that he doesn't have a base. I do like that thought.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a base.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the support.
He doesn't have a base, but thing is, the name
alone,
gives him juice. Okay,
it's not enough, BJS.
It gives him juice, though.
It gives him juice. Okay,
that's a fact.
He gives basically
even when the other candidates are coming out denouncing you, though.
It doesn't even matter that because they didn't have freaking the Republican Party denounced Trump. Okay, but the thing is, he had juice.
Sure did.
That's not the same thing.
It is the same.
The Lincoln Project is real.
Yeah,
they did.
When Mike B talk about the base,
his own family.
There is one support
center
one support center that fell in love with Trump, and what support base was that from the Republican Party? We just talked about it.
The far right.
No, not
the white nationalists.
The far right, the white nationalists.
The white nationalists. Yeah, they put it over. But
it's not
the
just
Christians. We had to hold our nose.
But also hold our nose. But also, Middle America fell in love with him too because they seen him on TV. Yeah,
but I'm saying that's part of the culture. Even if they're not so-called what you would call the extreme white nationalists, they are part of that particular culture. It still treks.
We all are part of that culture.
The same thing, of course. But I'm just saying, with the voting bloc that he has support. By the way, is what I'm saying, because it's anti whatever that is on the left, because the left is identified from the right as basically being identity politics, woke politics equals minority rights and all this kind of craziness and gay LGBTQ, free love for everybody kind of stuff that's going on over there. That's how it is.
If you, the thing is, you said if Biden cannot run, right? If Biden gets sick, he cannot run, right? Okay,
that's our premise. Okay, I gave 3 candidates that are before him.
What I'm saying is,
Kamala, Gavin, and Beto O'Rourke.
I'll even throw out another one, DC. That's a wild card. I would even throw Warnock in there. He doesn't have a wife.
None of them have the archetype Kennedy name. They don't have that. That's the only reason that he's even getting a look is because of what his name is, and then all you have to do is have a reasonable. That's what people run on, man.
If what you said is true, then back in '92 when Ted Kennedy came out, he would have beat that hick from Arkansas named Clinton. You said, and that was way back in the day. That's back when Kennedy was the blue dog in the House. In the Senate, he would have won those primaries instead of that hick running.
He got Obama.
A lot of that laughter. Hold on. I'm gonna tell.
Go ahead, finish.
A lot of that laughter I was hearing about Beto O'Rourke, and he can't get supported from. He's that hick. Whatever. He can't.
Every time you say it, it's funny.
That liberal guy that was from Arkansas, whatever, that basically ended up shocking and surprising everybody because he had that very little bit of charisma that I'm talking about. Looks very much the same as some so-called Beto O'Rourke, because here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that you guys are forgetting, right?
Okay.
You died on the Beto O'Rourke hill, huh?
Hold on.
I haven't answered, but I'm gonna be waiting for you to finish.
I'm there, but
because I was alive. I was voting then.
I follow history, so when you start to use names,
I was alive. I was alive then. I voted, so I know exactly why.
But did Ted Kennedy run for president? And did he fail?
Yes, he ran
did he fail? Did he fail both times?
He did
fail. Okay, then.
Go ahead and finish.
Hold on. I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet.
You keep asking me.
Here's the. No, I didn't ask you anything. Here's the thing. No, I did not. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm telling you that Robert Kennedy Jr. is looked at as a quack. He's looked at as somebody that's too far extreme. He's not respected. His name doesn't have juice the same way that you believe it. He's not even somebody that would be a candidate for vice president, BGS, let alone president. That's a fact in the Democratic Party. That's a fact. He can run, but it's a non grata. Trust me on that.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. The reason that Clinton, that Bill Clinton could beat Ted Kennedy, same reason that Jimmy Carter could beat Ted Kennedy, right? It's called Chappaquiddick. People can't get past that. That Mary Jo the Eternal that died, and
Yeah, I know all about that.
Hold up, let him finish the thought. Let him finish the thought.
Okay, see what I'm talking about. The thing is that's still ingrained in people's minds, which eliminate him as a presidential candidate for the rest of his life. Okay, you can't get past it because every time he runs, that's going to come back up. And they said, okay, man, you ain't never explained about that dead girl. What is it said? You can't get caught with a live boy or a dead hooker in your car. Okay, he got caught with a dead girl that he cannot explain in that river, and it's been haunting him his whole political career. He can never run for president. Okay, he'll never win because of that. Because every time he runs, guess what they bring up? What did Clinton bring up? Chappaquiddick. That's his Achilles heel. That's why. That's why he lost. That's why he lost with Carter.
Can I rebut real quick?
Yeah,
just real quick. Here's the thing. He served in the House basically till he died. He basically served to the Senate till he passed on. What he did was he found a way to govern the proper way. The reason why I attached Robert to this is because the Kennedy name goes both bad and good. It's a both and thing. Robert Kennedy Jr., by the way, has never negotiated himself with the neoliberal side of the party, right? Like Ted did. Which means that he's not really friendly with Biden. He's not really friendly with the strong stalwarts of the Democratic side of the party. So he doesn't have the support that you think he has, BGS, and he doesn't have grassroots support at the grassroots level to where he can garner his name to get him any kind of recognition to run. It's just not true.
But there is a reason. But there is a reason. There is a reason why, though, right? You know that, right? He can tweak what he's doing, but he's choosing to stand on this.
Exactly. That's what I said, and that's the reason why I'm saying if he does this, then he's not going to be able to even get any traction. He's not going to get over 10% of the vote. He's not going to get over that in any kind of primaries. It's not going to happen. It's just not.
If he could get over it, but he's not wrong. The Kennedy name is making him relevant.
Yes.
It's just that his talking points he's having right now, people would argue it doesn't align with the left and it's a little bit extreme. And so he's painting himself in a box and he's standing on it. He won't pivot over. That's on him though, more than anything. But the name is strong.
The name is the name. The name will always be there, and the name will always get you a foot in the door. Okay. And it has the reason we're talking about him is because of that. He hasn't done anything before that.
I think the reason people are talking about him though is he's the only one really challenging Biden in the primary, and he's embracing some of the wild conspiracy theories.
I wish you could really see how people really believe or really think about him here at BGS. He is not viewed. Yeah, but Paradox know this. He's not viewed in a positive light. He's not. Kennedy name here doesn't hold that same kind of weight.
Yeah, well, not in the ring, but out.
Wait a minute, guys.
In the rest of the country, it sure does.
It doesn't hold. No,
in the rest of the country, it sure does. It sure does.
Wait a minute, guys. Nobody's giving Marion Williamson a chance to win the presidency. I'm pulling y'all's leg, of course, but you know.
Yeah, I got
I'm pulling your leg.
But I literally.
And what about Warnock? I want a Renaissance to speak on that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and make the case for Warnock. I'm curious.
Then make the case for Val Demings. I want to hear this.
No, I was just saying Val Demings for an example of a woman. If you had to pick a woman who can walk the line necessary, I wasn't saying she should run president.
The only woman could walk the line in the Democratic Party and actually win, have a good shot at it. If she's not running, is just Michelle Obama. If she's not running.
That's fair.
I don't know. That can be a wild card.
That's true.
I think it's a lock if she runs.
I think it's a wild card. You don't know. Let's hold on to that. Let's hold on to that.
I think it's a lock. That's just my opinion.
Let's keep that. No.
She'll probably make me stay home.
I agree with that. That's one in the
hold
chamber.
my vote.
That's one in the chamber. That's a one in the chamber.
Why so, Paradox?
It's Big Mama, man. Okay.
Well, she is Big Mama.
I can't vote against Big Mama. I have to just stay at home.
Oh, you can't vote against her?
Gotta vote down
Oh, you don't want to be that black guy.
You don't want to be that guy, huh?
You don't want to be that black guy.
I gotta live with that.
You're gonna get these black women.
Don't make me put this hot sauce out my purse.
You're gonna get these black women haters, man. That's in this space to create all kinds of pivot programs off that statement alone.
They can pivot all they want, man. But with white women and black women love her to death, and that's.
Oh no. I mean,
that's true.
listen. She could generate the. But we talked about now. We want to talk about real juice. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it right there.
She
could do a press release and then automatically 30 percentage points automatically. To her.
She's the only one. But guess what? She ain't running. Yeah, she ain't running though. That's the only problem.
We'll there's time.
Well, unless you guys are insiders, so
we'll see.
USA inside the belt. So you guys,
there are talks.
I don't know.
There are talks. Like I said, because there are two ways. There are two ways that this can be done.
That's an awfully big check they got to write.
This is. I don't think it's a check. This is more like legacy. I think with her,
she already got legacy.
The check is already written. Trust me on that.
Okay,
if it's a check thing,
okay.
That ain't no problem. This is how she wants to represent herself. I think that she may be quote unquote too legit to quit, too black to quit, like too ADOS to a degree, to where they may not be. They may not know how that may turn out to be.
Kind of like
as far as domestically, like that may cause a brand of extremism that we haven't seen here since the Civil War.
Kind of like
she can still win. She can still win. I mean, by the way, but I'm saying that it may cause extremism here in this country where we may not be able to actually.
I like America seeing stuff in the mirror. It's great. Love it.
I mean, if you want to talk about somebody that, and I've said that years ago, man. If Democratic Party really wants to win, back when they were running for 2020, I said the only person that could actually pull this off, bar a miracle, which we did have a black swan called COVID. Okay, bar COVID, she's the only one who could actually pull it off, because Trump would have won without COVID.
I don't think so.
Oh, I know so.
You said,
I know so.
It's not true. It's not.
And it was close. It was even with COVID and all this other kind of stuff. It was still close.
Yeah, but
and they had another debate on how do you pass that stimulus check.
There was sentiment already there that was against Trump.
You think Trump loses without COVID? I mean, without COVID?
Before Trump even before the actual before COVID. Hold on. Before COVID, right? Before COVID. I already said that Biden was going to win the presidency before COVID even happened.
You said it.
COVID saved your. COVID saved your.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
Yes,
absolutely not.
It came down to that last.
But it wasn't close.
No, it didn't.
It was not
No,
close. I mean, Republicans lost Georgia and Arizona. Like that's not close. That's not close.
It was close. What I'm saying,
what was the numbers? What are you talking
about?
The
numbers were close, man. What you
40,000.
No. I'm saying the numbers may be close, but I'm saying when you're a Republican and you lose Georgia, you lose Arizona. Like you can't be losing those states and saying it's close.
So what we're saying is, so you believe that if COVID wasn't a thing, he would still lost those states. Is that what you're saying?
Sounds good.
I'm talking to him. I'm talking to the Renaissance. Okay.
No, I definitely think COVID helped him. I'm saying it was not a close election. Like I don't.
Okay, all right.
No, it may have been close in absolute votes, but I'm saying if you're a Republican, you should not be losing Georgia. You shouldn't be losing Arizona. Like no.
What I'm saying is, with COVID, it as bad as COVID decimated this, this country, right? And on his watch, right? On his watch, because it's on your watch, boss. Okay, this is on your watch. Okay. And you basically decimated the country trying to rebuild. I said, sans COVID, I didn't think Democrats had a shot. Okay, sans COVID.
How could they? Everything was running. Everything was running.
Everything was running fine. Yeah.
Yeah. How? Well, I mean, what was it going to be? What was going on exactly that I don't know about?
There was already
a
referendum on the presidency of Trump.
From the left.
Before COVID was out.
From the left.
From the left.
Definitely from the left.
And who was going to be able to run against him effectively? Yeah.
Man,
who was going to be able to run against him effectively? Okay. That was you got to remember, COVID came at the tail end of even the election cycle. No, but I'm saying it's not even like when you bring up COVID as the sole reason. It just seems to be a very convenient excuse. Did it help? Yes. No, did he fuck it up at the end? Absolutely. But it was during
event.
It was a very no. No,
It's,
no,
it's
I,
like
I admit that. Yeah,
it's like saying
it's
that
happened.
let's say
It's a global
let's say
event.
okay, go ahead.
Did-
It's like saying
didn't-
it's like saying you actually oversee the depression and you lose the presidential candidate, right? Come on, man, that's a big event.
Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. What happened to the governor in New York? DC? Hello? Everybody
Which one? Splitzer or the one that or Cuomo?
No,
You talking
Cuomo.
about
What
Cuomo?
happened? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can
Hello?
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can you
hear me?
Oh, now your mic not working. Okay.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, DC?
Hello?
We hear you.
We can hear you.
He has to go in and come back.
Yeah, I can hear you. You guys can't hear me?
We can
Now
hear
we
you.
hear you the whole time. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, are you okay?
Oh, I must be on delay. I'm on delay. I'm on delay then. No, there's a delay with me. Hold on.
Somebody mentioned Elliot.
Go out and come back in.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned Elliot Spencer. I'm sorry. I just love the look on his wife's face.
I mean, well, maybe I'm looking at things differently, man. COVID is not a big deal. It wasn't, like
It was
a
a big
game
deal.
changer.
Cuomo learned the hard way.
I say, my goodness, it's because I thought Trump was a lock until October, and even now, man, he's had 4
Even
cases.
now.
Even now, his 4 cases against him, and he's still relevant.
It's unusual.
Highly,
but that's his base. He's got a solid
Paradox
base.
isn't wrong though, because I thought Cuomo could have been a lock before.
Cuomo was going to run for president. They had to get him up out of there, I think.
Yeah,
he was running too hot.
I mean, talk about a black swan of all black swans, man. You get a global pandemic, man, on your watch. That's hard. That is hard to deal with, man. It's like,
but here's the thing: if he does do just a competent job, like he would get a boost, because most leaders got a boost from COVID. Unless he just fumbled it.
Oh, the thing is, and I think we talked about this just before the election, right? If he gets that last COVID bill passed, he probably wins. Okay, but the Democrats made sure that bill was not going to get passed, and that was just enough for him.
Yeah, they knew they had him.
Wait, that was McConnell who said he wasn't going for the stimulus. Now, Trump owns the stimulus money. McConnell said, "Nah, we're not doing that."
The thing is, if the Republicans wanted to win, and basically the Democrats actually, helped down that bill, man. Trust and believe. Nancy Pelosi, especially in the Congress. Okay.
Yeah. They had Trump on the ropes because of COVID,
go back and look at it, man. You don't have to believe us. Go back and see the articles in September and October, just when they tried to pass that last stimulus bill, right? The one that they passed, that Biden passed in December. I think it was December. Okay, the same bill was there. The same bill.
Actually, that was still under Trump, technically.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the election was already over. He actually signed the bill.
Yeah, he'd already lost, but
in other words, that same bill passed in December that could have passed in October.
Yeah, they knew they had him. It was politics. As soon as COVID hit, it was politics right away.
Right away, yeah, they had him. They had him on the
I almost think the Democrats brought that virus over here, but that's a different conversation.
No, not really, man.
Y'all don't want that conspiracy.
No. It's really not conspiracy.
They wanted Trump out pretty bad, so I don't put none past Democrats.
Yeah, but they did. But the thing is, the rest of the world didn't want it. Okay, the thing is, it's not a local.
You don't think it's tied to the change in the global order right now? You don't think all of it's connected somehow?
No,
I could be crazy.
Actually, if they really wanted Trump out, they ain't got to release. You ain't got to do. You ain't got to destroy your economy.
Politics is like that, though, bro. I don't know.
Basically, with the global pandemic all over the world, has just upset everything, man.
Yes.
All the politics, everything is upset because of COVID, man. And basically, if you got to remember all the work I did, 2 years worth of work, man, with specialists and all that kind of stuff, man. And what the specialists told me at the very beginning, I had like 4 of them, right? Because you know who they are, because I presented them, right? They're all all four, except for Alex, the PhDs, man. They told me exactly the same thing. It was a lab accident, and that kind of virus, that kind of experimentation should not be in that kind of lab, right? And it's a lab accident, and they said somebody made a mistake and carried that shit outside the walls. And if you
Yeah.
go back and look at it with patient zero, she did exactly that, man. She was careless. She stuck herself in the hand with one of those needles and then went to fucking lunch. And
Yeah,
basically and didn't tell anybody because she didn't want to go through the protocol. She had to go through like a 3-week protocol. Okay. And she didn't want to go through that shit. She wanted to go to lunch. She went to lunch. She didn't tell nobody, and that's where the shit started spreading. And it started spreading back in July. That's the name, because she was dead by the time the the spread. They try to keep her quiet. Even the Chinese. The thing is, you know how I know. You know, check this out, Perry. See if this aligns with what you believe. Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's conspiracy and bullshit until people start trying to hide shit. Okay. When
Yeah.
everybody starts trying to hide information, okay, it's probably true. Okay, the Chinese, Americans, everybody try to hide what went on in that lab,
Mm-hmm.
and it started to leak out. And it basically, you go back to what's his name, Rand Paul, right, going
Yes.
against what's his name, what's
Fauci,
his name,
Fauci.
Fauci, right? All that stuff came out, man. Basically, Rand Paul has all the documents. He read all the documents, man. That stuff is so. What happened was an accident. Okay, it was an act.
Yeah, even before you.
There's a rumor because Chinese have been hiding their numbers. There's a rumor that 40 million Chinese died.
Yep.
So basically, that's why I believe it's an accident. Now you
Yeah,
can prove it's a conspiracy. You know, I'll be glad to look at it because there's nothing too far fetched. I don't think it was. Okay.
Even before you got the information, BGS, my pastor had some insider information. He said it was a lab leak. The exact same way that some lady got got infected and spread it.
Yeah.
But but politically speaking, if we tie it back to Trump, the reason why I make that point about the Democrat thing, which is kind of funny, is just because look at how they played it out.
Oh,
Once you had that accident,
yeah.
Trump, you can't say this. You can't blame. You know, they played him perfectly in that in that environment.
He was caught dead to
And,
rights.
and they were just loading up, and I'm like, bro, you cannot. How you gonna win the election? It's impossible.
Basically, you know, Trump walked into what the Star Trek calls the Kobayashi Maru, no win situation.
Yeah,
no win situation.
God rest his soul. Even Shirley said that COVID was what sunk Trump.
Yeah,
and you know she a staunch Republican.
Yeah. Well, that's my opinion.
They would not let him hit China at all. Because I think if he would have did what he wanted to do, he probably would have. It probably could have won actually. But it seemed like Republicans and Democrats was sort of modulating him constantly. If you notice that,
I don't.
They was pulling on him on the right to respond a certain way. They're putting a lot of pressure on him on the left to respond a certain way. Put him in a very tough situation.
If the Democrats had wanted to let him off the hook, they could have let him off the hook. They didn't. They had him on the hook and they knew it.
No, but remember that when he had tried to say something, and the Republicans told him, "Oh, don't fire Fauci," something like that, because his base said fire Fauci.
Fire Fauci. Yeah.
The Republican Party said, Mitch McConnell, the gay dude from the Carolinas, whatever his name is, they used to be with McCain all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Him and some other, they came out and said, "You cannot fire him." I was wow.
Is Fauci still part of Biden's administration? Or
he retired.
He retired. Okay, he finally retired. Okay,
yeah, he's. Can you guys hear me now?
You got you
clear?
Okay,
what
did we lose?
I got
lost. BM.
Man, they gave me some problems getting back in, man. I think it's time for us to shut on down.
Probably is. You're probably talking way outside the bounds. Yeah,
we'll shut it on down because we're going to get into it a little bit more, but I gotta make a jump anyway. I had to get off of there on 4:30 anyway, but yeah, you guys, man, go ahead and give y'all final thoughts, man, and we'll run up on out here.
Yeah. It's always a problem when I come up.
No, it ain't you.
It's a problem when you do it. Huh? What's that? How that line go in that rap song?
It's okay. Well, it's okay when they do it, but it ain't okay
when I do it. It's always Jermaine's fault.
You good. Nah, some reason, man, my internet service always go janky sometimes. So I don't know the reason why.
Be just hitting that button.
So. I was trying not to go there, but it's okay.
So any other final thoughts you got at all? Anything?
No, that's it. That that just that was the thing that I just wanted to say that just because you got $1 billion, man, it's not about money. But people always say it's money. He's a businessman. All that kind of stuff is, you got to have more juice than that. Okay, you got to have more juice. You got to prove that you got juice. If you ain't got juice, then it doesn't mean anything, right? So, and I think people connect with a. You have to connect to the common man if you want to actually get elected. And if you're a billionaire just because you got money, that means that you connect.
That's a fact. You got to generate energy to get those get to the polls. It's just the human condition. You have to be able to do that part.
I think it's you got to make people. You got to find a way to, because to your point, Romney is an example of that, of someone who's very wealthy and does not connect. But if you can do it, people will admire your wealth. You just can't really wave it in their face and make them feel like, hey, I'm a winner and you're a loser. You've got to make them feel like you're on their side and they almost want to admire, and you're gonna, walk them down the path that you walked down to lead your success.
The Bushes have more wealth than all them people, okay? Generational wealth, but they hide it, okay?
Legacy
wealth. They go all the way back to
they have done a
families.
good job of hiring. I mean, basically hiding that they basically are the Kennedys. They're just on the right. They are the equivalent to them.
Oh no, Bush,
and their name is in good standing, by the way.
No, Bush when he was doing the whole governor of Texas, I mean, he literally played up the accent and all of that. Like, I mean, that was
but Renaissance. You know who the Bushes really are?
Yeah.
You know who they really are?
Wait, when you say who they are, what do you mean really are?
I mean, as far as legacy, you know who they really are?
You going all the way back to what? Prescott Bush.
No. The banking families back in the UK.
In the UK, they're British.
Yes.
They are royalty, basically.
They're royalty.
They're connected to the crown. They're connected to the crown. That's not a secret. Well, a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, they're related to the duchesses and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
in Britain. That's a fact.
Yeah, they were old British banking family.
Yeah. They're part of the
global elite
aristocrats. Yeah.
Yes.
That's from Britain.
Yeah, but they do a good job at hiding that. So
they dad learned that by all the conflict that happened. Well, that's a whole that is a whole another program that I don't not right now. But
not right.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, they are connected, no doubt.
So DC, just before you get off, so we're clear, you're going with Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah.
And who's the other?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris and who?
Don't forget about Beto. Beto is running third in this. First I got Kamala. That's a hard choice. Kamala. This is the hard choice. This is there's no other options, man. There's no other options.
That's true.
You got you on the record.
And then you have Gavin as an actual choice if they can get Kamala to stand down. And then if you want to go for the young upstart, I don't know any other ones that can generate that energy. And you guys laugh all you want. Beto is that guy.
Yeah,
Beto is the dude.
We're doomed.
But here's the thing: you're saying Kamala. I mean,
we're doomed. I tell you.
I mean, won't they just tell Kamala?
Take a look at the right, BGS.
Because
hold on. Who you got on the right then? Who you got on the right?
Got a point. Outside DeSantis, you got it right. But DeSantis does have a name on his own.
You see the bobblehead what they do when he does the little he pauses for 5 seconds to hear the answer in his ear.
Yeah, DeSantis has a better order.
Yeah, he would.
And Kamala.
Kamala. Yes.
I don't know about that. I had to.
You sure about that?
We have to revisit
Kamala?
that at the time and the place when it becomes.
Kamala?
When it becomes.
You know she ran for president, right? You know Kamala ran for president, right?
But DC, who is
all of 2%, right?
We'll re-examine that.
But DC, quick question: who is her base? I mean, won't they just tell her to stand down?
We already talked about the nuclear option, which is Michelle Obama, that will blow the whole thing up.
No, what's Kamala's base?
I'm just saying with Kamala, like I don't see anybody saying, okay, we're gonna move on from Kamala. I don't see anybody revolting like we gotta have Kamala. Like who loves Kamala like that? That's my thing. Like who is our base? Like
it would have to be the old guard. Being that she sells to neoliberalism, they're gonna have to sell her. They're gonna have to sell her and basically say why Biden, because Biden's gonna have to step down. He's gonna have to step down, right? We do agree that he has to say, you know what, I was gonna run, but now I'm not gonna run for health issues, right?
Oh, you think
he steps down? He steps down. She ascends.
Oh no! You think so you don't think Biden's going to run in 24? You think he's?
I don't think he should.
Oh, I don't think he should either. But do you think he is?
I think he.
I don't know if he can make it. That's my concern.
I think he can be talked out of it. If he's talked out of it logically, and he knows that it's in good standing, he's going to try to sell. They're going to try to sell Kamala as much as possible. And I think I think right now what she's doing is that I know that she handles the cabinet briefings weekly. I know that she does that without Biden actually being there on a day-to-day basis, because it's just hard for him to do the everyday thing. The everyday thing, you know.
He's sleeping 18 hours for sure.
See, I'm not gonna even respond to any of that.
Did anyone hear about Gavin starting a campaign though? Did anyone hear? Hasn't he been raising some money or doing something?
No, he started a super PAC. That's why I was talking to a friend. He was like, he thought Gavin was gonna run because he's like, Gavin started this PAC months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was blown away when Biden reannounced. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, a lot of people don't want Biden to run, but I think.
I mean, if he's healthy, he's going to run. They're going to keep him. If he's healthy enough, they're going to push him to run. He's already running, actually. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's already running. He has to step down, is what I'm saying. We're talking about possibly stepping down. If somebody can, if he knows that his policies and his administration can push forward, because that's it's legacy at this point for him. He's done a fairly good job. I mean, I know people joke all the time, but he's done a pretty good job as a president. He really has. Man.
No, he has. I agree.
Yeah, he's done a lot domestically. Now the foreign stuff, because that's up in the air. People have their opinions about what's this and what's that and what we should do, what we shouldn't do. That's always up in there. That's always on a need to know basis. But domestically, the things that he's done here to kind of settle some of the stuff that some of the volatile. Think about how volatile our political climate was, man. It's still volatile. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But think about how crazy it was during the height of Trump administration, man. Yeah. And like I said, even with all of that, he still barely won narrowly with the Electoral College against Hillary. You know, so the thing that I'm mostly concerned about when it comes down to the next presidency is that for the Democratic side is that it's such a shit show on the right that they're still dealing with a cultural political issue that doesn't allow them to govern the country properly. We're not in a white nationalist primary country. Can't govern that way. The country's culture is that's what it is. You can't deny that. That is the culture here in America. We are a race-first country, but you can't govern that way.
Oh yeah, no, the world won't let you. The world has shifted too much.
Well, it's not just the world. It's just that you have too many moving pieces, moving parts. You're dealing with too many different people that you're going to have to be able to let the culture be what it is. It goes without saying, Democratic people don't have to say white people run this country. It's already known. They know that that's what it is. But they would still say that we're trying to be inclusive. That's the reason why people can talk shit about the left. If you notice, that's what they're talking about. Like, why are you trying to act like you really trying to be friendly to black people when you know that you're basically just as racist as the right? Well, that's not really the question. The right doesn't allow you to basically participate. So one allows you to participate with your grievances, and the other one don't allow you to participate.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, boy. Exactly.
That's a fact. We have to be in line. We got to get in line on the right. We got to be in line.
Think about it. We can have all these arguments about what this and that, who's right from the left point of view. But anytime you start to flip it over to the right, then you see how quiet it gets. It's like, well, what about the right? Oh shit! Oh, you're right.
You got to eat it.
Tough sell. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell.
Got to smile. Got to smile.
All right, Renaissance man, give us your final man. So we can jump off and get out of here, man.
No, I was gonna say, got to do your Tim Scott. You got to shake hands and smile.
That's right. Big smile too. Big cheese. That is what you do when you're on the right. You got to be a man about it and hold position and take it.
Take it.
It is what it is. And guess what? And I'm not going to ever yell at the left to try to hide being on the right. I'm not gonna use the left to cover me up, right?
Right.
The black left.
What about Joe? What about Jim Crow
Right.
Joe?
That's right.
Yeah,
You
what
gotta
about him?
hold the position.
What about Jim Crow Joe? Jim Crow Joe cried and damn near shed a tear. Knew he fucked up with the crime bill.
Sure did.
Now, what about the right? Who over there busting tears for that crime bill?
Lock them up. Lock them up.
Yeah, yeah, send them to jail.
We don't apologize.
We do not, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yep.
Hold your own nuts if you are not white. Period.
The choice is yours, man. The choice is literally yours. That's what I'm saying. It's an impossible choice, but the choice is yours. You can decide on how you want to be governed, man. That's it. But if 9 times out of 10, man, if you're a black person, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want to be governed that way.
Oh no! I mean, as much as people don't like say, "Hey,
that's the hard choice." Yeah,
the left is this, and the liberals are just as racist behind your back. I mean, no one wants to iron fist. Like as much as people say they want it, they really don't. Like they see how these people are living in Mississippi. You don't want that.
I have seen people challenge Kamala to her face. Black people talk shit about her. Same thing with Biden, you Jim Crow Joe, this and that other talk with, and they take it because they know that the dissension is on that side. They know that's the price of business to do things on the left. I'm talking about white people, by the way. They know that they're still in power. They're confident in their power, by the way. That's what I'm saying. The weakness comes in the vulnerable right, where that's why you got those poor states. Anything that they have left, if it ain't going to be about the money, it ain't going to be about the power. If it ain't going to be about me living in these right castles in Delaware or New Hampshire and Rhode Island, then you got to give me the white Southern culture, the civil rights culture. You got to give it to me.
Traditional families, keeping things as white as possible is what we're supporting on the right. Absolutely.
Which translates to America. That's what they mean by America, by the way.
Yes,
that's what they mean by make America great. There's nobody's fooling anybody here now. That's what they mean.
Yeah, that's tradition. That's traditional America. When we say tradition, hold things in place. Absolutely, that's what you're supporting on the right if you're a black person. That's why you shut up and you support white men and white women. Absolutely, that is the job at hand. And you got to stand in it, though.
But you say America first, you might as well you could equally put white first. White first,
that's right? White
first before anything, before any identity comes up. White American first.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. No,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's the reason why Vivek will say race don't. Yeah,
that's right. You gotta say that.
That doesn't exist. I'm brown. You see me. I'm just a funny guy standing right in front of you. I'm smart. With the heart, the Yale, and all that.
You know what he's telling you? What he's telling you is, I will protect whiteness. I will protect the white family at all costs.
Yep,
at all costs.
And as a Republican, as a conservative, as a Christian on the right, that is what you're supporting. That's what you're trying to maintain.
I was gonna say as long if I, like you said, if I can't live in Greenwich, Connecticut, in the big castle, that kind of like protect my Friday night football, high school football game. Protect my Sunday school, Wednesday night Baptist church. That's what they're saying. Hey, keep all that.
Yankees, being a Yankee in America is still a real thing. That is a real cultural thing for white people. That's real. That's a real thing for them. Now they're not going to be belligerent to the point where they can't get along. No, that's foolishness. But yeah, they to a degree.
Oh yeah,
the ideological differences is that's what it is. How they're going to manage? How they're going to manage black people? How they're going to manage people that are not white in this country? And how they feel comfortable doing it. There's always been the age-old question here. And blackness is at the tip of the spear. That's the reason why we're classified as black. That's the reason to give that demarcation of treatment here in this country.
Yep.
You don't have to. Democrats are saying you don't have to keep saying it. We are race first. I mean, nobody's going to deny that. There's no denying it. We're white people at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
No, but a great stream as always, and I'll let you guys get up out of here, and I'll catch y'all next.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming up, man. We appreciate you, brother. You got anything else, Paradox?
No, that's all I got. This is the Code Breakers. This is Paradox,
and this is D. Until next time, peace.